Alright, that's enough fucking royalty-free fucking techno for a fucking lifetime, I would say. Now, let's take a look here. See what's happening. Oh, everybody's here. Well, a bunch of people here. Anyway, get rid of this shit. Oh, god damn. Whew. That's some intense lighting. I don't know how that happened. Let's bring it down a bit. Make it look good. Gotta look good. It's a makeup show. Fucking show. Oh, take the fucking. There we go. And yeah, in case you're wondering, no, I am not remotely prepared. Not in the slightest. Not in the goddamn slightest. Nope. This is what we call in the industry, you know. The fuck? Oh, there it is. Good. Yep. This is what we in the industry call improv. Improv in this shit. That's right. Y'all didn't get a fucking show last night because, well, I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ain't gonna lie. No point in lying. I was cheating. I was cheating on all you. All you. I was cheating on everybody. In the one hand, right? In the one hand, on the one side, in one respect. So yesterday I woke up and it was a shit day. It was a shitty day, I'll be honest with you. It's kind of one of those garbage days you wake up and you say to yourself, oh, thank you for the host, Skull Maggot. Yeah, you wake up, you ever have one of those days when you wake up, you just like, you realize, it's not even you think or you feel, but you just realize, like you are just a useless piece of trash. Just useless shit. No fucking purpose, no whatsoever. Ain't no purpose in none of it. I had that kind of morning, got up stupid early, 4 a.m., and started my day off with that and some breakfast. Had the breakfast and had that shit. And, well, then I went through my day, and I'm like, well, shit, I got a show to do tonight. I got to get in the right mindset. I got to do some shit. So, watched a bunch of stand-up comedy, brought my spirits up, said, round 2 or 3, said, you know what, I'm going to go out, I'm going to get a drink. And I went out and got a drink. And one of the things I do, it's a warm-up thing. It's a warm-up. It really is a warm-up for me. I'll go out, and if there's anyone around, right, while I'm drinking my whiskey, if there's anybody with an earshot, I will start telling them stories and cracking jokes. It's a warm-up routine, you see. Yep. And I did that. And I did it so well that these corporate people working jobs I would never be allowed to be anywhere near. In fact, they actually work for a staffing agency that I interviewed with multiple times trying to find regular jobs years ago. And they were real excited in the meeting, and then it all fell apart, and I didn't get a job. But all the same, so these people are down there, and I started telling them stories, and I started making jokes, and I'm starting to get into it. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. This is the vibe I need. This is what I need to do. And then I paid my tab, and I'm about ready to leave, and they're like, oh, shit, we were going to buy those drinks for you. Oh, well, thank you, friends. And then they say, oh, well, yeah, fuck it, let's go to this other place. Buy a couple rounds there. And then I ended up entertaining half the goddamn office with stories of debauchery and self-deprecating, self-loathing, debasing humor. It was wonderful. It's a good time. Kind of like when I'm on here, when it works on this show. Similar vibe. It was a good warm-up. Felt really good about it. Got my drink spot for me. Got a fucking bunch of whiskey. Those people that found a new bar. Now, they pour a whiskey. They just fill a glass. Basically, like they give you a dog bowl full of booze. And you say, that's what I want. Well, so I did that, and I came back and got a bunch of shit ready. It was good to go. Ready for the show. Hey, it's going to be a good, fun time. And, well, then I just kind of did one of these. And I think I was watching, shit, what was I watching then? Oh yeah, Lost in Space or some shit. Watching Lost in Space, and I just do a little lean back. I'm uncomfortable, and my eyes are tired. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna take a quick nap, 45 minutes of sleep. Then I'll get up, put everything together, get a show ready, good to go, be in a good mood, and I'll get to it. And I did not wake up until about 10:30. Whoops. So I apologize for those who were waiting for and expecting upon and waiting for a show. They wanted a show last night. They didn't get one because my dumbass fell asleep. And it was a really good sleep, too. But the shitty thing was, too, is it was sleeping on that goddamn sofa, a futon I've got. And I woke up at 4 in the goddamn morning, like properly woke up. Body's like, nope, that's enough sleep for us. And, yeah, wow. Now, so even pushing on here into like, just around like 9 o'clock, it gets, wow, hey, holy shit. You're old now. It's time to go to bed, old man. So, yeah. But I said, God damn it. I remember I woke up last night, 10:30-ish, I want to say. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second, hang on, it's Friday. Where's my show? I didn't do my show. Oh, fuck. Jables Bogley blowing up my goddamn Discord. He got an extra hour out of his show, and it's like, where the fuck are you? And I was like, I'm sleeping, motherfucker. I'm sorry. I'm a sleepy boy. I am a sleepy bandit. Hence, the Sleepy Bandit strikes again. I am your Sleepy Bandit. Welcome to this Saturday night show. Hope you're all ready to be mildly distracted for at least a short amount of time. While we look at some weird shit, have some conversations, maybe bond a little bit. You never know. Could be amazing. Could be magical. But... so to the 7 on YouTube and to the 19 on Twitch, welcome. Welcome, Dina. Welcome, Larry Kubiak. Welcome to Display Name, of course. Dina's here. Dirty Kid's here. Jables Bogley, of course. I knew he'd be here. He's fucking chat my ass, give him phone calls. Phone calls. He called me on the phone. Called me on the phone. Who has phone calls anymore? I only take him because when I don't recognize the number right away, which in this case I just wasn't even looking, but I take the phone calls because oftentimes it's some agent of the state telling me I owe someone some money. I should stop taking them calls too. Fuck those calls. Anyway, Ben is here, of course. Biotech Babe, welcome. Crispy Gin and Skull Maggot. Skull Maggot, thank you for the host. Thank you so much for the host. It was very kind of you. Oh, shit. The neighbor people are screaming. You might hear some of that. It'll be fucking sexy. You're going to love it. But, shut that fucking kid up. There it is. Like fucking clockwork. Anyway. What, Skull's leaving? Yeah, now. Well, you have a good night, Skull Maggot. Thank you for stopping in. Always appreciated. So, well, fuck me running. It's every goddamn time. This is what I'm talking about. And there's fucking 3 of them. Not my kids, but Jesus Christ. I'm just surprised no one's screaming at each other. That's a good thing. Any goddamn way. Oh, boy, loud. Let's get loud over there. Anyway, let's make it extra creepy. I got my corduroy blazer on. I got a dirty ass white shirt, and you know what? Yeah, that's right. Some pink tinted aviators are gonna really gonna fucking light the candle on this puppy. That's goddamn right. That's goddamn right. Let's make this shit uncomfortable as it can get. But as we get into that, fuck me. Alright, there's a couple things. One thing that makes me happy in this first article. One thing that makes me happy, one thing that makes me sad. Let's have a look and see what that is. I keep forgetting where all my fucking windows are. Babaloo, how? Yeah. So, the thing that makes me happy, I guess, Marianne Williamson ends 2020 presidential campaign, and she was so close. Oh, Marianne Williamson, god damn it. Oh, who's gonna fight the goddamn dark psychic forces now? Goddamn nobody, that's who. Best hope we got is Joe Biden. Can you imagine, like, dark psychic forces trying to attack Joe Biden's, like, withering and, like, increasingly smooth mind? Just gonna slip in there and be like, trying to take him over and be like, it's time to kill your family, Joe. Oh, my family? Yeah, no, I remember defending my family from fucking corn pop back in 1906. Ew, it's gonna be fucking delicious. I really, really want that to happen. I want dark psychic forces to attack Joe Biden, just so that they can get lost in the quagmire of his senility instead of the rest of the nation. Well, fuck. Now, I will be honest, I would... No, you know what? It's fair. I would have sex with Marianne Williamson. Because two things. One, she's not a bad-looking woman. And two, I am really good at making bad decisions. I am a fucking wizard with bad decisions. I was watching The Witcher today, and I was like, where's the magic school at that Hogwarts Academy that all these mages go to, where you learn to just fuck shit up? And they're like, oh, magic is built on chaos. I'm like, abso-goddamn-lutely. It's the best sex of my life. That's how it happened. Also, Marianne Williamson probably fucks like a fucking bobcat in a pillowcase. Oh. You know, we can all know exactly what I'm talking about there, but I'm not entirely sure that I need to not do that anymore. Anyway, the thing that makes me sad is that thus far, people have contributed $1.3 million to the fucking Guardian. I wish Vernaculus was here right now, just so he could see that, so that he could lament the death of journalism in a more, like, genuine fashion as somebody who gives a shit, as opposed to somebody who just has to watch and suffer. Anyway, fuck them. Marianne Williamson. Oh, I can't call Vern. He's got roommates and shit to deal with now. Here's a funny thing. Where's this scuttlebutt coming from that I am hunting for a new co-host, huh? I'm getting this a lot. Seeing it a lot. I'm seeing it in comments. Getting messages and shit. Listen. It's a one-man operation, goddammit. One-man operation. Specifically because, well, truth be told, if I was ever to get another co-host, right, it would need to have a comic vibe. It would need to be something that worked. With Jeff, it worked because if I could make his ass laugh, right? I knew I was getting into some pretty good jokes there. I knew I was going in a decent direction. Yeah. But you know, it's kind of like with guests, you know, there needs to be a vibe. It needs to be natural. It needs to click. It's sort of like dating, you know. I just need to, it just needs to happen naturally, gradually, smoothly, and then we can fuck. Well, that was an interesting diatribe about the back-end nightmare that is running a show like this. But all the same, yeah, get Anna. Fuck it. I'll give you this. I love Ann Hot of Hearts to death. She is a lot of fun to hang out with. She's a lot of fun to stream with, and she's doing a lot better for herself now. And I wish her all the goddamn best. But the problem is, when you get that chick on a show, podcast, live stream, late night show, she does not know when to shut the fuck up. Love you, Anna. Nah, she's a lot like me. I used to get accused of that, and that's the thing. You put two super fucking talkative people who like drinking whiskey into a single show at the same time. It's a recipe for disaster. But she will be back on the show. I'm just gonna get a rotating fucking crew of people I can just drag in here. Be like, hey, come in. Like, Vern is a lot of fun when he comes in here. Specifically because he doesn't think he's funny, but he actually is. That's good shit. That's good shit. Anyway, back to Marianne Williamson, the best-selling self-help author. Fuck you, Guardian. You need to describe her as a batshit crazy wannabe guru bitch. Come on. Get with the fucking program. Jesus Christ. Am I the only adult left in the fucking room here? Apparently. Anyway. Who ran a year-long unusual presidential campaign with New Age themes. Dark psychic forces, y'all. Dropped out of the race Friday. Oh, no. And she didn't want to get in the way of a progressive candidate winning. Ensuring whoever she endorsed lost. Badly. I stayed in the race to take advantage of every possible opportunity to share our message, which was what, Marianne Williamson? Anal, exactly. It was a butt stuff campaign. It's like, hey, America, put stuff in your butts. Just whatever's in front of you. What do you got in front of you, America? What do you got? You got your phone? What do you got? You got a Baby Rocks glass. Shit, maybe a whole fistful of AA batteries. Just put them on up in your ass. Put them in your butt. And together, when you have stuff in your butt and you walk around, you go to work, you're going to be more compassionate to people. We'll all be better people. We'll be better people to each other and better people to the planet. If we just put a bunch of shit up our ass, bunch of pens and office supplies. It's good. If you work at a Home Depot, you got a whole range of choices. Just make sure you pay for the merchandise. Otherwise, that's stealing. See? People say I can't handle the show. My goddamn own. I just compare Marianne Williamson to butt stuff. And goddamn, I challenge any one of you out there to tell me that she wouldn't fucking... She'd probably not... Yeah, probably DTF... ITB. That's right, down to fuck. In the butt. I'm not saying she's like easy or anything. I'm just saying, like, you know, it could be like, I would like to press your your anal chakras with my member for spiritual reasons. And if you said it with enough enthusiasm, who the fuck knows where you can go with that? I'm not saying this is how things work. I'm just saying they can work that way if you try in the right capacity. Anyway, she's 67. Fuck me, really? This woman is 67. I can kind of see it around the face now. Looks a bit like a Skyrim character. Still, though, you know what? I'll give exactly. Biotech Babe says give it a whirl. I will give it a whirl. Thank you to what is it? Two quality for life. Beautifully fucking put. I'm not saying she's easy. I'm just saying that I can cock punch her fart box. I have a feeling I've got some overflow from the poisoning the well crowd. Honestly, at this point, that's great. Anyway, yeah, she's out of the. They wrote all this shit just to tell you that this bitch should never be president is no longer pretending she can try and be president. She's gonna go back to writing books, self-help books. I wrote a book. It's a good ass book. It's a good book. You should buy this book. There's no self-help in here whatsoever. Nothing can help you, especially not yourself. I cover that in this book. Basically, like, you know, I went with Laughter of a Scoundrel because when I wanted to title the book, y'all fuck motherfuckers, they said, nah, that's not going to look too good in print. So, you know, I just sort of went with my second instinct on that one. And then we named the book that. And I'm not running for the fucking Democratic nomination. I knew beforehand, being a not best-selling author, that I couldn't do that. But I'm ready to battle those dark psychic forces because I spent most of the day binge watching Witcher, and I'm starting to understand that on a whole new level. So, anyway, she's out of the race. Everyone's going to be sad. It's a sad time. Democratic Party's doomed now. Marianne Williamson's out. Also, there are enough people to contribute $1.3 million to the fucking Guardian. If y'all notice, I got a Christmas-themed donation bar. Let's beat the Guardian, y'all. Come on. Supporting this show, it's better than the Guardian. I report the news better than the Guardian ever could. I can even be funny sometimes. I can even be clever. I can turn a phrase. I can string a sentence together, and it will be in English, and a good number of people will understand it while watching it either live or on a replay. See? Goddamn, exactly. That's a good show, Nick, but FYI, it's 2 line items at once. What are you talking about, Biotech Babe? Are we back on Marianne Williamson taking in the butt? I am horribly confused. I was on a whole diatribe of my own, and then I check in on the chat, and then I'm just distracted entirely. Oh, Witcher. Oh, so we're not talking about Marianne Williamson's butthole anymore. But The Witcher. I enjoy the show. It's good. It's fun. A lot of dark psychic forces to be battled. Even some butt stuff, I'm sure, in time. It's basically what Game of Thrones. It's like what Game of Thrones wants to be, but. Henry fucking Cavill's like, I hate everything and everyone, and I have no feelings and emotions because I'm a Witcher. But you only know that because exposition dumps from other characters gives you that impression. Now watch. I'm gonna fuck every half-decent female in this show. Nice. Holy shit. We've got a multi-threaded plot thing going on here. Who said you could do that? You're not J.J. Abrams. I could tell, because it sounds like you plan on ending this thing appropriately at some point. I still haven't seen Rise of Skywalker. I can't tell if I want to go see it in theaters so that I say I get the Star Wars experience without all the nerds now that it's been out for a while, so no fucking lightsabers being waved around or people bringing their fucking 1.5-year-olds dressed up like they're Baby Yoda. Just go up to those people who, like, paint their kids up like Baby Yoda and be like, you do know that...
I'm kind of retarded.
Oh shit! Yeah, you go up to those parents who like paint their babies up like Baby Yoda and be like, you know that paint seals up their pores, right? What? What is that? Oh, they can't sweat and so they die. You should probably go home or to the bathroom. One of those two. To get this kid out of the fucking movie theater. I came to see this shit alone. If I wanted to see a movie with friends, I would have fucking friends, okay? But yeah, so. So I'm seeing a lot of people, okay. All right, give me a 1 in the chat. I'm going to look back between YouTube and Twitch, but give me a 1 in the chat if I should go see the movie, and give me a 2 if I should just wait until I could steal it off the internet. So, and there's that 1 and 2, and, 2. Well, okay. And YouTube's not that enthusiastic about it responding, that's fine. Jesus Christ. Is it really that bad? Y2KNW's like, I ain't giving shit to this motherfucker tonight during this show, but I want him to go spend money that he gets from other people on this show to go see this goddamn fucking movie, this terrible goddamn Star Wars movie, all blowing up this fucking space. Blowing it up like it's a fucking Death Star for the 4th fucking time. Why are you blowing up my spot, son? Exactly. I did see Joker. Joker was interesting. I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood today. That was fantastic. Made me feel better about myself, too. Because, yeah, everyone's focusing on like, wow, Brad Pitt looks like Robert Redford. That's the fucking point. But did nobody else notice that Leonardo DiCaprio looks like a chronically depressed failure in the entertainment world who is gaining weight and treating himself bad? Because let me tell you, representation in media is extremely important to me. And it's nice when I can watch a movie about somebody who, for some reason, has a fucking flamethrower in his shed and say, you know, I don't have a flamethrower, but I identify with this midlife crisis going on. I see myself in him. Leo DiCaprio, perfectly encapsulated. Somebody who realizes that their career didn't get to where they wanted it to be, and it's pretty much fucking over. Also, you're gaining weight because you don't work out enough and you drink too much, so you can't do anything as well as you should. I love it. That was good. It was a good movie, though. Honestly, if you haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it is a lot of fun. I laughed my ass off. Everyone's like, why didn't Margot Robbie get more lines? And then I point out, no, there's only a few people who are saying that. Also, Margot Robbie plays fucking Sharon Tate. And she's not even a character in the movie as much as she is sort of like if the plot is suspended from a wire, Margot Robbie's character are the anchors of that wire which hold the whole thing up. She doesn't need to fucking talk. The fuck is wrong with you, Guardian? $1.3 million so you can put journalistic shit out there like that and say Quentin Tarantino's foot fetish is a little fucking obvious in this movie, and I completely agree. A lot of dirty feet. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of gross. But all the same. So consensus is that I shouldn't bother going to see Rise of Skywalker in the theaters. You sound like a man in the latter half of his 30s that going to see a Star Wars movie in theaters is not worth his time. That stinks, y'all. That hurts. That hurts in a way I wasn't prepared for. Kind of like Marianne Williamson's butt will be. She kept up on that campaign trail. Anyway, vultures overran a radio tower. Oh, and fucked with border agents. Cool. Look at them birdie birds. Totally worth it. The fuck now? Hang on. Wait. Yeah, Sharon Tate didn't make it too long in life, really. Whole Helter Skelter thing. That's the point. Canuck. It's a really good movie. Yeah, watch it on VR. Yeah, it'd be worth it. It's like you're watching on VR with a 90-foot fucking screen in front of you, and you're like, you know what? Xvid's not a bad format. I'm kind of happy for these HD cam releases. Kind of like, what was it? Your movie sucks. When Adam tried to review that one film, he's like, well, I couldn't get to it, so my friend showed me a copy where it was... I didn't know this whole movie was going to be with Italian subtitles, and that weird ghosts would be walking along the screen there. Good shit, Adam. Good shit. By the way, for those who are curious, I've been in touch with Lil Sniffles, and his lyrics, his bars are coming through. And as it turns out, Crib Def has said he might be open to a gentlemanly rap tussle. So, that could be in the future. Stay tuned for that. Throw subs and money and shit at me for that. That's all good. I'm happy to have it. But yes, that might be happening. I'm hoping it will be. I'm planning on it. In fact, when I came around to realizing that when I drink whiskey in my home, I will often commit to things I don't necessarily think are good ideas. When I'm sober, I realize again, too, that I voted in 2016 based on me making a bet, and I had a word to live up to, so I'm gonna live up to my goddamn words. So, fucking please, somebody just... I mean, you know what, if you're thinking about, like, you know, if you want, you can throw some Streamlabs donations down right now, and I will put those funds to paying a professional assassin to end my life, so that no one on the face of this earth has to actually be subjected to a rap album from a character I haven't even fully understood yet. You can save the world from that. Just give me money and I will kill myself. Or don't give me money, and I'll kill myself. Or give me money, and I won't kill myself. Whichever one of those inspires you to be generous at this point. go right ahead. I mean, like, I'm not some Aaron Carter motherfucker. I'm here to entertain you, even though I'm barely fucking awake right now. But I'll continue on. Little Sniffles for life, y'all. Someone out there needs to get Little Sniffles. Well, all right. I'm actually gonna charge. I'm gonna get who's a really good artist for it? I'll get Steph. Yeah. I'll get Caffeine Tweaker. Caffeine Tweaker will design a logo for Little Sniffles. And then someone who is not me has to get that tattooed on their body. So that a joke which will be funny for about 4 months lasts with them forever. See? Great idea. Sorry, the beer got a little warm, so it turned to suck. What'd you send me, dirty kid? What'd you send me? What's my present? You sent me a present. Everybody should send me a present, by the way. I do have a P.O. box. You can send me presents. It's in the description on YouTube and on Twitch. Y'all just know it anyway. Vultures, though. Yeah. That's a boring-ass story. Hey, how many of y'all have cats? How many of y'all believe in God? Well, cats should make you not believe in God so much. Cat lovers less likely to go to church, research suggests. Look at that happy thing being pampered and worshipped by a human who also, in small doses, possibly, is getting a weird kind of high from being around their shit, which makes you love them more. I'm gonna cut this off. I mean, I'll read the goddamn article, but let's be honest. If you have a cat, you don't need to go to church because you already have something which is very certain it's far superior to you. It to its in a certain respect, it has lots of control over life and death. You feed it, you stroke it, you worship it, you do everything it wants you to do, and then it lets you think that you're in control of your life. Tell me that doesn't sound like fucking God, right? So, cats to be in charge. Yep, the churchgoers are less likely to own a cat than atheists. Partly because some of the latter see cats as a god substitute. Fucking called it. I only read the headline. I didn't look at this shit at all. Owning a pet is said to replicate some of the benefits of joining a faith community. And while cats are pretty low maintenance, we end up serving them a lot. No shit. Ha ha ha. I fucking freed myself from that trap. Yeah, a study of more than 2,000 people in the United States found that those who... Larry goddamn Kubiak. Goddamn, Larry, coming through with the Kubiak, and you're Kubiaking me, Larry. I love it when you Kubiak me. By surprise. I feel like we're so much closer. I should probably stop saying this joke until, in case, like, you decide you're going to just go watch Drunken Peasants or something. A study of more than 2,000 people in the United States found that those who never set foot in a place of worship own 2 pets on average, while faithful worshipers have 1.4. What are they doing with that 0.6 of a pet they're not using? The fuck is that? Is it like, oh my god, that's terrible. So basically the takeaway I've got right now is that religious people like to chop their pets up into bits. That's fucked up. What kind of god are you worshiping? It's also noted strong negative association between worship attendance and cat ownership. So atheists are cat ladies. Once again, repeating what we already knew. Adding that frequent worship attendees and the most conservative evangelicals report owning fewer pets. Well, okay. Professor Samuel Perry from the University of Oklahoma says cats could be seen as a god substitute. They want to interact with you, but it's always on their terms, And it's always about them. Sounding kind of godlike. We want to always win their affections, and it bothers us when we think they might be somehow displeased with us. All the while not even realizing they just don't give a flying fuck about us. A la Jesus. So while they're pretty low maintenance, we end up serving them a lot. No-eat hang-on cats are very godlike in those characteristics. Professor Luke Perry also adds that the pets are in some way substitutes for human interaction. A la cat ladies. We know these people. We know these facts. We know these truths. It's just the way it is. He told the Times people who are heavily connected to a church or faith community already have plenty of social interaction by saying, hey, isn't that God dude great? And everyone's like, yeah, he is. Man, we're so lucky we have so much in common. And they fuck each other's wives. The late writer Christopher Hitchens, an atheist, said that if you provide a dog with food and water, it will think you are a god. No, dogs are fucking intelligent animals, god damn it. I think this is fucking insulting the dog's intelligence. You need to be exceptionally fucking stupid in a particularly smart way to think of it, such a thing as a god in the first place. Dog looks at you, says, maybe one day I'll get to be like that. In the meantime, I'm just gonna eat everything that it drops. In the meantime, I'm gonna try and fuck some things. There's a stuffed duck. I'm gonna fuck this duck. Hey, my owner's taking a picture of me doing it. I think he likes it when I do this. I should do this more often. See? Yeah, dogs don't think you're God, Hitch. Dogs just think you're a dog they'd like to be more like, because everything is a dog. Do the same for cats, and they draw the conclusion that they are God. This is true. Also, one time I was sexually molested by Bastet in a very, very, very realistic dream. And that's not even a joke. That actually happened to me. Yeah, the cat goddess fucking fondled my grundle with her fucking paws, like her hands, but she had like claws, so I knew she could tear them off. But at the same time, I could tell she was being nice to me. It's pretty sexy. To all the witches out there, yeah, that's right. Your boy fucked Bastet in a dream, which is about as good as anything else. So, you're welcome. Anyway, Seattle man killed himself after officer falsely says he critically injured a woman in a crash. This is some fucking quality policing here. Seattle officer was suspended after police watchdog found that a lie. Oh, that's not a real dog. It's a regular watchdog. I'm so hung up on pets now. Found that a lie the officer told a hit-and-run suspect contributed to the man's suicide. The unidentified man got into a minor fender bender in May 2018 and fled the scene. Two officers with the Seattle Police Department investigating the crash were sent to address an address connected with the man to get a statement, according to the Office of Police Accountability. That's like two people in a closet somewhere. The report states that both officers knew the hit and run was a minor crash and no one was injured, but when they arrived at the home, one of the officers told a woman who answered the door that they were looking for the driver because he was involved in a hit and run that left a woman in critical condition. The officer said the injured woman might not survive, the report says. Good goddamn. Jables is always over. No, Jables right now I think is over on Twitch. Or no, YouTube, sorry. Jables always. Jables is currently over on YouTube. After the officers left, the woman called her friend and told him what the officers said. She advised to get an attorney. The friend of the driver told investigators that the Office of Police Accountability that in the following days, the days following a police visit, the man grew increasingly upset and worried. One friend said the man told him that the fender bender happened when his car rolled backwards, striking the other vehicle. The man said he had left the scene but did not remember anyone being injured in the crash. The friend said, fuck me, this keeps going on. Anyway, I guess the long and short is that, like, Seattle cops were, they did their really, like, solid police game. Like, really, like, solid shit. Solid fucking reporting in that one. and accidentally convinced the guy that he almost killed a woman, so he killed himself. So, good job, Seattle police. You are, that's one fucking apartment building that's gonna be rented out cheap, and there we go. You're solving gentrification, one manufactured suicide at a time. Now, here's a weird thing. CNN is reporting that Jeffree Star confirms he and Nation Schwarzenegger are over. Let's get F's in the chat for CNN's dignity. Yeah, F's in the chat, everybody, for CNN's dignity. Reporting on Jeffree Star and dude's boyfriend. I don't know. Whatever. They're not together. And yeah, it's some CNN shit right there. That's what we need. That's why I value CNN. This is what Ted Turner fought in fucking Cuba for when he stormed San Juan Hill on horseback. He did that shit so that we could actually keep up on what the fuck, like, this Brat Stall Frankenstein fucking nightmare and whatever LA social climber who's willing to take some great foundation in the butt, if you know what I'm saying. It's important shit right here. What's up with Jeffree Star? Jeffree Star broke up with its boyfriend. His boyfriend. Fuck it. Jeffree Star broke up with the boyfriend. The boyfriend's single now, ladies. And Jeffree Star, this fucking Muppet. Oh, God.
I don't even know how to do this intro. I never thought the day would come where I'd be sitting here talking about this.
Holy shit, CNN. I'm so glad there's not shit blowing up all over the world, because this shit needs to blow up now. 165,000 views.
We've tried to film this 10 times now, and I've cried every single time, and we are...
That's what human beings do when they separate from people they're emotionally invested in. Fortunately, you have a series of Mogwai around you, which are more than happy. I want to see fucking Sid Vicious released on these creatures. They'd be like, shit, hang on, you guys are way too used to this good lighting. Sophane never shows me good lighting, so I can see you perfectly. Time to die.
A few weeks of me and Nathan no longer being together, and
oh my God, I hope the millions of dollars that you get from surprising Shane Dawson with ordinary objects makes you fucking feel better. Like, take that shit. You know what you need to do? You need to convince Jeffree Star you're straight. He will try and rape you first chance he gets. I fucking solved YouTube, everybody. I fixed the goddamn beauty fucking guru shit. I fixed him. I fixed that shit. They don't even know. You're welcome, Jeffree Star. You're welcome. You just need a convoluted rape conspiracy that you and the other twink can be a part of. And then once you've done that, I can promise you, you'll be completely over this breakup thing. You will have so much more to deal with. Speaking as one YouTuber to another who had a breakup happen in his career to another, what you need to do is get out there and fuck other YouTubers, Jeffree Star. That's right. Find them. You know what? You need to turn Steven Crowder gay. It's the only thing I think it'll make your heart feel whole again, Jeffree Star, is turning Steven Crowder gay with the tender embrace and gentle, rhythmic, predictable thrusting that makes a hot tub work. I'm not saying all that sucking on cigars is him saying he likes black guys. That's on Milo. I'm saying Jeffree could totally get over who was this harlot who broke Jeffrey's heart. Schwand? Nathan Schwant? That's right. You get over Nathan Schwant by getting on top of Steven Crowder. I'm not saying Steven Crowder's gay, by the way. I'm just saying he puts a lot of effort into making us all think that he's not. It kind of makes you think, right? Kind of makes you think. Kind of makes you think maybe this motherfucker's gay. And that's okay. Shit. Gay conservatives are all the rage these days. Fuck, he could jump in and actually end up looking at the... Oh, there we go. No, Jeffree Star. That's the thing. You need to go hook up with Dave Rubin. Be his mistress. Be Dave Rubin's mistress for a while. Dave Rubin will be all about it because you've got money, and that's the only thing he gives a shit about. Like, he opens his butthole metaphorically for money. It's the gayest shit Jordan Peterson ever got into. Anyway, well, so that fucking happened. Let's have a little looky-loo real quick at some local news. I mean my local news, because this shit's a fucking... It's endless fucking cavalcade of hilarious shit. Everybody loves seeing it. Everybody's like, for the longest time, everyone's like, Manchester can't be that bad. Oh, yes, it can, bitch. Oh, yes, it can. I will show you how. Let's have a little looky-loo here. Oh, number of overdose deaths in the two largest cities on the rise. Hells to the Casey Downey, digital media manager, who just gives me a still photo on a, like, not even a video? Can't even give me a GIF? Casey Downey, why do you have a job and I do not? I see. A graduate of Boston University. He lives with his wife Meg and his dog Zadie in Newmarket. He's like, I can't be bothered. No, I can't do this shit. You want me to put a video up there? No, fuck that. I gotta drive all the way goddamn back to my house. Takes a long ass time. Don't believe in public transport here. Bullshit. Done with it. Over it. Anyway. Artist claims Trump's... Oh, this guy. This is actually a buddy of Vermin and mine. Rod Weber. So, you might enjoy this. A federal lawsuit brought by a documentary filmmaker can proceed against a company tied to security at Trump's campaign appearances, a federal judge ruled last week. But Chief U.S. Justice District Court Judge Landia McCaffrey, I already fucked this whole flow up, dismissed the claims against President Trump, one of his campaign organizations, and the No Labels Problem Solvers group. I tried to actually work with them. I got really bored. But U.S. Chief... Nope, that's the thing. Several Manchester police officers remain defendants in the 2018 lawsuit brought by Massachusetts resident Rod Weber. Rod, you're my hero, boy. You're my hero. Kinda. Anyway, Weber, who attended the presidential campaign event 4 years ago as Flower Man, filed suit in 2018 after he was grabbed and thrown out in 2015 of an event and arrested by Manchester police. Rod Weber, by the way, is a friend of Vermin Supreme, and any friend of Vermin Supreme is a friend of mine, except for the people I don't like, who he knows who I don't like. Anyway, Rod went through this shit. Fuck this news shit. You know what we need to do? The most important thing we can do right now is actually find out. Mr. Larry Kubiak, my boy, the legend, the absolute fucking legend, donated $50 reduce, said, I think this dude would be a good hype man for the Little Sniffles. Let's find out who this fucking perfect fucking hype man might actually end up being. I don't fucking know. We're going to find out together. Let's check it out.
Over there, you see him over there? Man, what a drink at? This is for me right here. Hey, all right, we gotta clear the table. Clear the table with the drinks and shit, homie. Check it out. We're finna do this shit right here. This is called Do It Like I'm Used to It. Off the table. My name is Royal Rock. You know what I'm saying? This is my homeboy Clue, dog. This is Chronic 5. Of course. We from Pomona, and we finna drop this old dope shit like this right here. This is called Do It Like I'm Used to It. Yeah. And it's on in Green Sack. And just take out the steez out, and we up in here.
Talk you know, nigga.
Dog. Gotta do it like I'm used to it, bitch. Yes. Dog. Gotta do it like I'm used to it, bitch. Let the music bow on through the channels in your brain as your eardrums tweak. This boogie from the fire swing. A mellow ghetto beat brings a nigga to his feet. Sunshine, blue skies, chronic and hoes on the street. I tiptoe to the bathroom, I brush my teeth. Look in the mirror, seen a G. Then he merged up the duck to a pancake foe, so I can go knock a hoe like a pro. And I tiptoe and tap liquor store to buy some drink and zigzags for this thing. Now every same blind, no begging for change. Getting drunk, telling lies, it's the same old thing. Now I'm rolling down in the lane by the curb, pushing false gate, champagne, whoopers with reverb. See my homie, little man, logo Y, crazy D, Lil Shamu from Sintown, Doogie Reagan, OG down. As I take you face to face to a place that takes the place. I'm going place to place, I rest my case. Cause that will never be a place like home. I hold some dope, a place to go with a photo bro. With fingertips like Picasso, I gently hit the switch, I quick and spitting finger lick a chicken taco. Observing these good rest, predicting who I'll win, who I'll win, who I'll sing to the strolling like an end. We slip tiptoe slide to the parking lot, followed by G's, led by D's, let your weed and fly. Analyze the street as I black game and drama. To baby said, who's on my corner? Bitch, that's my baby's mama. From Maine to Spain, Nebraska to Alaska. Bitch, you better ask somebody who's the host master. Bitch, they call him sugar free. I thought you knew it. I just do it like I'm used to it. Not like me. Gotta do it like I'm used to it. Bitch. Check it out. Dog.
Well, shit. Well, shit. I mean, I don't know what the fuck to make about that. That was fucking amazing. And look at that, my show's getting suggested to me now. Yeah, that was, yeah. That was some fucking dope shit right there. That's some serious flow. That's a 90s West Coast flow we're lacking these days, too. Where it's like, instead of real rap talent, what we get is, I ate some cheese now. Yeah, no, it makes me sad. Makes me sad. Thank you, Larry, for the $50 reduce, though, to check that shit out. Now, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna pop back over here. I'm gonna put this bench back up. And I'm going to go have a quick smoke and a piss. And then I'm going to get back. And when we do return for the show in a few moments, you're going to be able to jump in the waiting room and the Discord. The brand new fucking Discord. Not the old Discord. Got a new Discord. Got a whole new Discord. There's fucking 4 people sitting in there right now. And there's 3 people sitting in there. Somebody decided it wasn't worth their fucking time, I guess. But you can jump into the Discord. I'll do the little rolly-roo. Y'all find yourself being pulled into a live show with me. We'll do some chatting, some chin wagging, shoot the shit a little bit. And then I'm going to go back to fucking sleep because I'm a sleepy fucking bandit, motherfucker. I'll see y'all in a bit. Well, shit, I thought that was a playlist. I didn't know it was just the one video. So y'all were like left for a bit with some some honestly kind of fucking some slow techno music. Hey, how about that shit? Y'all excited about that? So, what was I gonna tell you? Oh, some shit about how. Oh yeah, that's right. No, I made the decision while I was taking a piss. I'm going ahead, because I watch the news. You know I watch the news. I present the news to you. You know what's important to me. And as part of that, what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start identifying as Jewish in a real sincere way. Not just in that kind of funny way I used to. No. Because if there's one thing I've noticed, it's that right now,
I'll be honest with you.
everybody hates the Jews.
I'm kind of retarded.
And by everybody, I mean, like, shitty internet people. And we can all deal without them. It's fine. But what I realized is that I can finally actually cash in on those fucking victim bucks in ways I've never been able to before. And so I can just attribute any lack or decline in viewership to this video, to this channel, to this work that I do as anti-Semitism. It's great. It's not that I'm not entertaining and I don't plan the shows out right, and I didn't have a fucking, I wasn't able to cash in on the co-host shit or whatever. No, it's, you don't like me because I'm fucking Jewish. And I like this because it's fucking lazy. I love lazy. I love it. I love it because, well, there's a number of things here, right? On the one hand, lazy is great because I don't need to work for anything. I don't need to work hard at anything. And I'm still entitled to anything I want. I like that idea. I want that shit. Give me that. So many people have it. Give that to me now. But the other side is too. Like, I didn't become a streamer and a writer so that I can work hard. I don't want to fucking do that. That's why I hate Trump. It's all like, I'm going to bring back the manufacturing jobs. Motherfucker, no. Leave them over in China. Leave them over in China. I like cheap goods and people not having the expectation that I'm just going to go work in a factory. Because first off, there are no factories here. Second off, I'm really bad at working. And third, I'm Jewish. I'm not successful because it's anti-Semitism. It's a fucking handy thing, and I'm loving it. I'm really getting in the jive. Really feeling this shit. So, yeah, there we go. You ready? Y'all ready? There's another side to that. Oh, yeah, no. It's a humanitarian thing, too. Chinese people need jobs. Because if they don't have jobs, they don't have an economy. If they don't have an economy, who is going to pay for the suicide nets to keep the workers from jumping off the top of the factory? It's a humanitarian mission, guys. Come on. Really, I need you to back me up on this. Now, if you don't believe that I'm Jewish, come on round, check my dick. That'll show it. Those are some old-ass scars. Great thing about Jews, though. See, like, it's an old enough religion. It's an old enough tradition to where they figured out how things work. Exactly. Like, if you're gonna have your creepy-ass holy men touching children's genitals, you do it when they're fucking babies. Unlike the Catholics, who just do it until they get shot. Anyway. So, anyway, do I have any more? No, there's no more news, actually. It's done. So, it's time to hang out with people who are in the Discord. I've got 5 people in there now. Let's get ourselves a random number generator going on here. 1 through 5. Biggity buggity boom. Boom. Okay, cool. Dirty kid. You need to start playing Powerball, dirty kid.
Oh, fuck.
I know you keep winning these like the random ass rolls so much. You know, if you're not actually gambling, I don't know. You fucking shit. You fucking up pretty bad there. And yes, Louisville
Well,
fan.
hell, I enjoy it.
And yeah, Louisville fan. It is PBR because it is cheap, and I am broke. So, I still can't fucking do that all the way. Anyway, how you doing, dirty kid? How's your week been?
Well, today it's particularly the best day that I've had in my week.
Why? Because you're in the show?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Christ. I was going to say, if that's your actual answer, I'm
No,
out.
it's been a terrible week.
It clearly has been. Like, well, the highlight of my week was I got to hang out with you on this show. Okay. Well, I'm going to do my best to make it worth your while. What made you...
It already is, man.
What made your week suck? And when you're done telling that story, explain why the sound of my voice in lifetime fixes it.
Well, I won't go too much into detail just about how much my week sucked because I don't want to sound like a whiny bitch, but definitely your voice makes it better because you're the most entertaining part of my week.
I had to kill 5 motherfuckers earlier in the week to cut me off in the fucking Popeyes line. I was really hungry, and fortunately the police understood. Is that how it went?
For me, it's just stupid relationship problems, but it's...
Oh! All right, I'm gonna Dr. Ruth you here a little bit, okay? I'm gonna Dr. Drew you. This is a bit of love line now. I'm turning this whole show into love line. You ready? You have a you have a marijuana addiction, and everyone was molested. Wait, no, that's Dr. Drew.
Not anymore.
Wait, you unmolested?
Dr. Phil part of it.
No, I'm sorry. No, Dr. Drew. But are you saying you unmolested yourself?
Oh, that would be great, but yeah.
That's fucking amazing. You need to write a book. Seriously, I wrote one myself. It has nothing to do with being unmolested, but, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm still waiting for it to come in.
See, the thing is, like, there's so many jokes I need to make about that, but you're a victim, and I need to be respectful.
Don't respect me. I like it more when you don't.
That's the other side of molestation victims. They just abandon all sense of reservation. That's a great thing, man. Great thing, you know. I was watching Dave Chappelle the other day, and he was talking about how Emmett Till, when he got murdered, because some white bitch lied and said he whistled at her, right? And how that awful thing was a catalyst to wonderful things. As a man who really does enjoy, like, you know, debaucherous, kinky sex with women who don't ask too many questions, it makes it really fucking hard for traumatic pasts to be something I look negatively upon so long as they're not mine. Do you see what I'm saying? It's fucking terrible. It's awful. And really fucking difficult. But anyway. So, no, so you had a shit week. Did you die?
Yeah. Absolutely not. I mean,
Well, then quit
here,
bitching.
so.
See? That's right.
Sorry, what?
You could be in Iran right now. How about that?
A what?
Yeah, you could be in Iran.
Iran?
Iran, the country.
Oh God, I'm fucking stupid right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could be. Yeah,
You could
I
be in
would
Iran.
probably be definitely killed for being a faggot and a tranny.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking of that. I was just thinking more like their Wi-Fi sucks. But you could also be in New England. Instead, you get to be in Texas, where everyone's tolerant and
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. Honestly, people are pretty tolerant here. I've had a lot of people be kind of like that SJW kind of shit, being like, "Oh, people care so much that I'm gay." I'm like, actually, nobody does care.
What's the thing I
Even
love?
to Oklahoma.
That's the thing I love. Like Texas has a reputation of being that like southern hellhole where it's a bunch of like just mindless douchebags. It's like, no, you've never been to Texas, have you? It's nothing like that. Yeah, exactly. You're thinking of Oklahoma. You're thinking of Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you go to
I truly enjoy the culture of Texas. It's just more like the scenery that I don't enjoy.
Yeah, Texas is the kind of place like it only looks down on you if you lack the ability to kill a threat.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like if you're capable
Never heard it put it that way.
Yeah, if you're capable of not dying on your own, Texas likes you.
Oh, by the way, just because it's on my mind right now, I totally did fucking send you a gift. I sent you a painting, and it is the best painting in the world, but I
shit.
do certainly fucking hope that you like it.
No, I definitely fucking will. Like I've actually not gotten any art sent to me in over a year. And I got a whole bunch for a while, and they were really just great fucking paintings, like random weird ass paintings of one kind or another, and some like Hateful Bastard. If I don't know if you're familiar with him.
No.
Okay. Follow him on if you have Instagram. It's One Hateful Bastard. It's One Hateful Bastard, like number one Hateful Bastard on Twitter too. The guy's an amazing artist. In fact, actually, hold on. You're watching the stream, right?
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. I'm gonna grab his painting for you real quick so you can see what he sent me.
It'll be a little bit delayed, but I'll see it.
No, that's fine. But yeah, like One Hateful Bastard sent this to me back when I used to use a Devil Hat avatar when I was just one of the standard fucking cartoon mafia types.
Shit, that's way better than my painting.
Oh no! I mean, no. His artwork is punishingly good, and he did this painting and sent it along after we'd played Rust for a while, and and it's like so it's like all artwork though gets hung on my wall. This was from that lovely lady Meowski. She did a couple of these. And she's a lovely creature. Yeah,
she has she's very good at what's it called?
I have no idea.
Like text. I'm not good at text.
I don't have talent. I just speak well. I talk good. But
well, honestly, I wanted to be because I know I'm one of the newer people around here, so I didn't know quite what to draw for you, but I knew I wanted to draw something for you.
I don't give a fuck.
So I thought, what does Nick like? And I'm like, you know what? I'll draw Nick, because clearly he likes himself.
Oh, so. Yeah, you are new here then.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's no, I do not like myself. But I like gifts and I like art. Yeah, I like myself. You are adorable. You are adorable. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, 1 second, Nick.
Oh, you think Meowski dropped in earlier? I haven't seen Meowski here in fucking ages. It sucks.
I'm so sorry. What'd you say?
Oh, I was
Someone
just...
came in my room.
No, I was just saying it like Mickey Ficky said she thought Meowski dropped in earlier, and like she used to come in all the time, and I miss the girl. She's fun people. She's good people. another West Coast. She was working at this like really weird sex shop that like she found
Ooh.
equal parts entertaining and infuriating. Yeah, and she recently got a good new job where she's getting grown up money. So good on you, honey. I hope you come back to the Patreon soon.
Over the holidays, I actually went to Adam and Eve, and believe it or not, they're like they tend to have sections on the wall of different brands, and it was completely empty. It looked like someone fucking robbed the place. Apparently, a lot of people like to get sex toys on the holidays.
I hate sex shops for the same reason I hate Spencer Gifts. It's the smell.
Oh yeah, I actually know what you fucking mean.
It's so bad. And like, and I mean, and I've got a weird, like my sense of smell got, like, it's always been kind of, like, I've always had a really strong nose, and then when I blew my hearing out on a rifle range at Fort Benning years ago, before my hearing came back, my smell got even better, and then it never went away. So, well, here's a weird thing about me, right? I fucking hate newspaper. I cannot fucking, like, I could deal with it now, but when I was a kid, I couldn't stand to be around it. The scent, the feel of it, it fucking disgusts me. And then, like, when I was a little kid, everyone, like, they do arts and crafts shit. They'd be like, hey, let's do paper mache. The only thing I hate more than newspaper is wet newspaper. And so, like, no, I'm not doing this shit. This is fucking horrifying to me. What are you talking about? And I was kind of wondering, like, maybe I was a bad dog in a past life. I got beat with a fucking copy of the New York Times too much. All of a sudden, I'm just like, nah, fuck this shit. I'm just going to have some cancer and croak out.
That makes you kind of normal, because I know a lot of people who don't like that shit. But
well,
I actually feel like I'm one of those weird people that I get an odd high off of it where I like it.
No, there's some people, like, I keep wondering if it's like, so you know about the cilantro people, right?
I love cilantro. I'm fucking Mexican.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everyone, like, most ordinary human beings love cilantro. It's a
But
wonderful.
some people taste soap.
They taste soap, and the thing that they found is that there's actually like a genetic variant to it, to where it's actually a gene which is like switched on or off in those people who taste soap when they taste cilantro.
Yeah.
Well, the weird thing, though, here's the weird thing. So my father, years ago, and this is like, it's funny because I have to like unblock this part of my life because like my brain doesn't like acknowledging it. But my dad, I saw him through leukemia. He got like some really nasty leukemia, and then we went through the whole cancer thing. After they were done zapping his fucking head with a whole bunch of radiation and lasers and shit, yeah, like it was part of his treatment. When they were done zapping his fucking brain with radiation, he liked it all of a sudden. He tried cilantro again, and he's like, this is delicious. It tastes completely different. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, it doesn't taste like soap anymore. I'm like, it never tasted like soap. You were just retarded. Now you're still retarded, but you can taste cilantro.
I actually have kind of like a story like that. And it was actually this girl I used to date that she ended up getting cervical cancer. And after radiation... Okay, so we had this big problem where we didn't like to take showers together because I like it very, very hot, and she likes it very, very cold. And surprisingly, after radiation, for some reason, she liked hot showers like I did.
Sorry, my mind went off in this direction where it was this whole bit about, like, I had this girlfriend and we had a lot of trouble, we had a lot of problems, but we worked it out, and then she got cancer. And then she got her brain zapped. And I'll tell you, like, I love cancer treatments because this bitch can't stop eating pussy now. Just can't stop. Loves the taste of it. It's like,
man. I mean, that relationship was honestly a whole other fucking thing that I can.
She tells me I'm like a fucking carrot cake to her now. I don't even like carrot cake, but I'm sure somebody does, and I'm glad she does. Yeah.
Thank you for turning that into a very funny fucking thing.
Yeah, no, cancer needs to be funny because otherwise it's just sad. And
Yeah. Well, she got over. She healed pretty well, thankfully.
I like how everybody like, she got over it. Fuck that bitch. Fucking cancer cancer can't.
Well, I'm not with her anymore.
Fucking
so
cancer.
kinda
Yeah, I know. Like, no, I'm the same way. Like, I haven't actually had a girlfriend in 8 years, but I'll tell you this much: if I had one, like, I can barely deal with the whole "will you do the dishes" thing, and then it's like, oh, and now I got cancer too. Nah, bitch, no, not having it. There's too much pressure on me. It's the reason,
Oh, man, dude.
reason I've been alone for 8 years. Everyone's like, you've been alone for 8 years? I ain't been celibate, motherfuckers. No. That's what
Shit, man. If we ever have a real conversation outside of the show, like I have a fucking story to tell you with my ex-girlfriend. Honestly, like it was way more than that. Way more than washing dishes, kind of shit.
Oh, well, I mean, in fairness, like, the woman I describe as the love of my life, who I am still completely fucking in love with, and probably always will be, bitch cheated on me twice.
Oh.
One time with a guy in his 50s.
Mm-hmm.
He gave her $500 to buy him a big bag of weed, and then when she came back and confessed, and I decided to forgive her, and she's like, I also have this money. I'm like, wow, this hole just keeps going deeper, doesn't it? That's my money now, bitch.
I'll tell you this much, man. I feel you.
Oh, it's funny as fuck. She's a doctor now, by the way. That's the thing. It's one of the things. You know how, like, when you get, like, your heart broken, you go off, maybe, if you do it right when your heart gets broken, you go off and, like, make some life for yourself so you can just, you know, you'll never admit it, but you know in the, like, the deepest, darkest recesses of your soul that you're doing this just so you can turn around one day and say, ha, bitch! Look what you missed out on, right? Well, nah. It's like, I did that. I turned into a goddamn adventurer. I went like a political campaign with a union organizer, traveled all over the place, like rub shoulders with movie stars and shit. Learned to be a raconteur. I'm like, fucking, of course, I'm like fucking lonely as shit. Nothing to do. Do a little
Hey,
fate.
man,
Do it. Hang on.
honestly,
Do it.
like,
Do it. Nah.
I've had the kind of week that
Yeah.
I wish I was lonely.
Yeah, well then you do that Facebook detective shit, right? Like, what's this bitch up to? Oh, you're a doctor now. Fuck me, I can't win. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, you find out she also divorced, so it's like, oh, that ain't the first time. You gonna be a
I
doctor?
kind of wish that you would be like, that you would experience the kind of thing where you like drop a bitch and all of a sudden you're in a better place than she is.
Yeah, right? Nah. I mean, this is the thing. She's always been 2 steps ahead of me in that shit. First time we broke up, she, like, went out and, went to college and shit. I wasn't allowed to do that anymore. So I was just sitting in the cold dealing with my psychotic ex and baby mama. Right? So I'm like, all right, we'll get back together. I'm like, hey, I've been doing some cool stuff too. Like what? Like applying for jobs on the internet at the cafe where they got the Wi-Fi that's free. What have you been up to? Oh, parties and banging a 50-year-old guy. Cool. Huh? All right, no, all right. We get back together. Break up again. She kicks me out of the fucking apartment. I'm homeless, right? I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go fucking rub shoulders with Alex Gray. That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna go meet some fucking interesting people, get into the art scene. I'm gonna travel around a bunch. I'm gonna fall asleep in New York City. Get back. What'd you do? Oh, I was fucking on this island a whole bunch. What the fuck? Oh, goddamn. So we're back together. Finally. So I go off on the road. Well, no, actually, no. It's 2 more times. I go off on the road with the union. I'm like, hey, baby, I'm going to find us a city to move to so we can get the fuck out of New Hampshire. She's like, great, that's awesome. I get to Philly. I'm like, how's Philly sound? She's like, I don't know if I like Philly. So I'm like, they offer me a job. I'm like, I don't know if I could take it quite yet. Might have to check some shit out. And she's like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Fuck. And I'm like, hey, I'll take that job. No, we already gave it to this other person. Fuck. Get back. That breaks up. Eventually, I end up going down. Eventually, like, I start traveling around again. Get back with her again. I'm like, yeah, bitch. Been traveling around some more. Doing this political shit. And just traveling around and going wherever I want. I was down in New Orleans. What are you even up to? Oh, I got really into the rave scene. I really love MDMA now.
MDM amazing.
Yeah. So like, all right, well, kind of. I guess we're approaching an even level here. I'm going out and experiencing the world. You were banging men who you need to remind not to swallow their tongues. That's okay. Cool. We're off to a great start. We get back together. I go down to New Orleans. I'm like, hey, you should move to New Orleans with me. She's like, nah, I can't. I gotta move to Colorado and marry some fucking kid. Become a doctor. What? Huh? I'm trying to be in movies here, you know? Oh, no, that's great. Best of luck. Nah, she's a doctor. And I'm a YouTuber. I know when I'm defeated. I know when to say,
Well, hey, man.
It's over.
I've been honestly just kind of silent because I enjoy hearing the kind of shit you've been through. But if you can imagine, I did have one love in my life also, and I did not get to have a kid with her, clearly, because we are both biologically women. But we did almost have a kid together.
I'll introduce you
what
to
I mean.
I'll introduce you to some of my exes. They can get pregnant with a glance.
That sounds nice.
It's like, what the fuck?
I wish I could get a girl pregnant, honestly, truly. But the kind of girl that I used to be with, she actually got pregnant not too long after we got together. And as you can imagine, very clearly not my kid.
Hey, you know what you should do is you should do that fucking classic thing where, you know, you get to be friends again, so you could just be around the kid and be like, yo, your daddy's a pussy. Shh,
No, you want to know something fucked up?
What's that? Is he a
Didn't
lizard?
make it.
Oh.
No,
What?
7 months later. I was so fucking ready. I had that place. I had my whole house ready, baby proof and everything. Nope, kid didn't make it.
That's not very Texas of you. No.
Oh no, that's actually very Texas of me.
Oh, what? Dead children?
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, we're from Texas, bitch. Listen, I mean, it's a whole it's survival of the fittest thing here. Darwin to
Yeah,
it.
it wasn't very fit.
Well, that's, you know, like I'm sorry for the loss. Sorry for the dead kid.
No worries. That was a while ago.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's the thing. It's why you don't put babies in obstacle courses, okay? Like, you need to stop with that shit. Like, survival of the fittest is a fun idea, but you can only take it so far. You gotta stop at a certain point. Say, you know what, baby? Maybe a log full of swinging spikes. It's not something you can handle. Maybe you just need buttons. Press buttons and make noises and lights up. There you go.
I mean, man, like I don't know what kind of fucking love of the life that you had, but my girl was like a smoker and she was into like a lot of different shit, not just smoking. So it would have honestly been a miracle if that baby would have lived.
No. I mean, that is genuinely fucking terrifying and fucked up. And I do honestly appreciate it. Like, so I get this weird dichotomy going on in my life right now, right? So, I mean, not with my own kid. My kid's 11. She doesn't even like me anymore. So, you know, it's...
Trust me, she loves you. I mean,
Oh,
I've got a
no,
weird
I know.
relationship with my
Oh, no,
dad, and I fucking love him to death.
Oh, no, I know she loves me. She just doesn't like me anymore because she's like a tween.
I get that.
Yeah, she's a tween. It's like, I don't want to be seen with my parents anymore. It's like, you know, you realize the only thing your friends give a fuck about is not being seen with their parents. They most of them probably envious of the fact that I'm showing up here giving a fuck about you, which...
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But, no, my neighbors, right? So, I drive... There's 3 kids, right? There's 3 kids next door. All of them are
the
just...
one I heard crying earlier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, the one you heard... No, that's the thing. The one you heard crying, right? So, like, these kids are, like, 2 of them are nonverbal autistic. And then the older one just... he's clearly not up to speed, let's say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I do not blame children for the sins of their parents. But when you got a bitch who's pumping out kids like her vagina's a clown car, yeah? And you got 3 kids from 2 different daddies, and all 3 of them are technically retarded in some kind of way, I've got to say to myself, well, then there's something genetic going on there. And then I'm all of
I
a sudden,
hate that I relate to that with my own mom.
yeah, and all of a sudden I'm thinking that, and I'm like, why am I suddenly getting invites? Why am I suddenly getting invites to Nick Fuentes streams? I'm Jewish Holocaust survivor. Eugenics should not be on my plate at all. But no, I mean it's been kind of cool though, because like on the one hand, like so, they bitch pays me to drive her son, the middle one, to his like speech autistic kid school thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I first started out, I'll be honest, like it was annoying as fuck, so I had to get up early and drive this kid into school because she ain't got a license. So I drive him in, and I found a benefit to it real quick though, because I don't know why, but apparently like the kind of people who want to go into the work of, you know, being teachers in autistic speech therapy schools,
Mm-hmm.
they turn out smoke shows every fucking time. I saw the perfect ass last week, and meanwhile I'm just trying to drop this kid off who's like, he's barely even aware I'm there, and he's made really cool progress. It's been cool on a genuine level to see this kid make progress, like, and he's made some real progress. Like he can he walks himself into and out of that school and into and out of his house every day now. And he just turned 3. Doesn't speak, but knows to like how to pack up and unpack his shit. It's really cool to see that kind of progress, especially when like you don't give a fuck. Like I genuinely didn't give a fuck. They offered me money to do this driving thing. I said, okay, I'll do this driving thing. Cool. Do I have to carry this kid? No. And then they warned me too. They're like, I got warned. Like, oh yeah, no. I mean, like, you know, he's probably gonna like scream and spit and bite and kick and fight you, right? Never fucking happened. Never fucking happened.
You know what's kind of like a little bit weird to me is that I've had so many friends that have been autistic, and I'm like, I wonder what that says about me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I fucking love them.
What's the weird thing? It's kind of like with the, it's like there's two things in the world. I hate the fact too. Like everyone's like, oh, you're like the other people in the building who know I do this shit. They're like, oh, that's so nice that you do that. It's like, it's not fucking nice.
Is it?
I shut the fuck up. I get paid. Okay, I wouldn't do this for free. Listen. I have a reputation as a piece of shit that I need to maintain, and if this gets out that I'm like actually like, you know, that I give a shit, which I don't, I cannot sustain that. I cannot survive that. I need y'all to stay with me on this page here. They give me money, so I do this shit. But it is also cool because never once have I seen any form of what they talk about with like kicking, spitting, freaking out, right? With me, he sees me, he knows it's time to go to school. And when I go to pick him up, that's a weird thing. I'll walk into this like little classroom shit, and this fine ass girl with like fucking yoga pants and a bubbly fucking ass looks up at me with these big green eyes and is like, oh, hey, Kayla. Look, hey, look, kid, hey. Like, what? I'm not even hearing you. What the fuck? Kid looks up at me. He's like, ah, sweet. It's time to go. Cool. Drops whatever he's doing. Gets up, grabs his shit, goes and packs himself up. Then he like walks himself up. Only thing is like he has problems because when he sees the automatic door, he thinks that's really cool. So I'm like, no, dude, stop. No, forget that shit. You'll see it tomorrow. Let's move. I am not feeling this. Let's get back. But then it's like, yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, all right, well, I'm doing this nice thing for this autistic kid. That's cool. And I like seeing him make progress. And that's cool. And how am I going to fuck any of these teacher chicks, though? You know? So, yeah.
Same
so, I
way
mean,
I do, just don't make it obvious.
You're not a 36-year-old man with a skin condition, okay? Like,
I would say that it makes it worse being like young and they are your teacher.
Fucking big reason I don't date at all anymore is like I can only imagine that conversation where it's like, I'm like, what do you do? And she'll be like, oh yeah, well I'm I don't know, I work for the city, or I take care of retarded kids, whatever, right? It's like, what do you do?
I I make about 12 people laugh at least 3 times a day.
Yeah, like 3 times. Yeah, three times a week.
I mean,
make.
sorry,
I
3 times a week.
Three
Yes.
times a week. I make about 24 depressed people laugh. Oh, so like you're a care worker too? Kind of, but not in the same way. It's like what it is. It's like oh, I stream for a living. I was on OkCupid the other day. I found this absolute smoke show who is actually apparently nationally ranked in Overwatch and clearly is a streamer. And all I saw in her profile was like what her focus is like, what is it, like her career or her friends or whatever. I not paying attention. But my point being is I'm like, could I date an e-girl? And then I said,
is that really what you want?
I don't know what. Listen, I've come to understand like what I want is that will never actually factor into what I get. I've come to realize this is the beauty of approaching like actual middle age, is you come to this.
I wouldn't say that's middle age because I feel the same way.
Well, I'm 36 now. I'm like barreling towards 40. I'm realizing that like the what I want out of life and the what I'll actually ever get will never actually meet up. They will never meet up.
Shit,
Never
man,
ever.
I feel that now.
Well, if you feel that now, just embrace it and just like learn to mold that in your personality so that you can actually like set your expectations for the future appropriately in ways that like when you're let down, you knew it would happen, as opposed to
the greatest way to not be disappointed is to not have expectations in the first
yeah,
place.
limited expectations. As I say, single for 8 years. Hey, I'll tell you this much too. In that single 8 years, I actually had more raunchy threesomes than I ever had when I was dating chicks who I tried to get into threesomes in the first place. Goddamn unfair is what I'm saying. But
I can't relate. I've never had to try.
well, of course not. You live in Texas. People are open to things down there.
Yeah.
I'm up here in New England, and you know, it's one of those like, hey, it's really cold, isn't it? You know what would make it so warm? Her. No? Well, I tried. No, I ain't gonna fuck her without you. Well, maybe I did, but that has nothing to do with anything. It's nobody's business but my own, and you know, making sure that settlement payment goes through. I fucked an albino with a pizza shop hostess one time, and
Well, you know what? I can't say I've been with an albino yet. That's probably one of the few I haven't. So.
well, I mean,
I'll
the
give
thing
you
was
that.
too. Well, in fairness too, I fucked that albino, and I also put her ex-husband in prison. So, it was a load of satisfaction. It was a huge load of satisfaction, and meanwhile, I'm sitting around here. This is what I'm just thinking about perspective right now, right? So I have that card. I have that feather in my cap. Yeah, threesome with an albino bitch, and I put her husband in prison. And I sit around thinking like, damn, if only I could have kept the doctor in my life. Now I realize, I realize why it is that the notion of keeping that doctor in my life is so appealing. It's because doctors work all the goddamn time. I would be able to play as much fucking Boneworks on my Oculus Rift as I want and never have to hear any shit about that. Never have to hear any shit about when she's coming home and I'm not ready for her. Because that would only happen like twice a fucking week. Ideal fucking relationship for me, I think. Woman
You know,
has
in
a lot of
weird
money.
way, in a weird way, I fucking get you because I used to date someone in the medical field.
Think about it, right? Makes a lot of money
No.
and is barely ever there.
You see, for me, it wasn't necessarily the money. I was like, you can practice medical procedures on me, and I like that.
I just think to myself, like, shit, she could pay the rent and I could beat off whenever the fuck I want and then play video games and never be disturbed. She's gonna come back and be like, "How was your day, honey?" She'll be like, "Oh, I saved her life. I had my hands in his chest. And I was pumping his. Hey, hang on, shut the fuck up. Hang on, I'm trying to catch this new season of The Witcher here. All right, we're done. All right, so what was this about? You were like stroking some dude's muscles or some shit in his chest. Like, bitch, I know you're cheating on me. I'm cheating on you too. It's fine. It's a relationship.
Oh yeah, that's the best. That's the
Yeah, it's
best. You just both know you're not committed, but you won't say it.
Yeah, it's like, listen, you're a doctor. I'm me. We're married, and in this fantasy of mine, right? I'm married to this doctor, and she knows that if we get divorced, we live in a state where I can get alimony as much as I fucking want. But I also know that if we get divorced, I'm gonna have to move back into a one-bedroom apartment. And I don't want to do that shit. So,
I mean, for me, it was like move back in with my parents and my grandmother. So I fucking get you.
yeah, I mean, for me, this one, honestly, I could never get to that point with this girl if like it ever happened, because she's I think the clinical term is a ginger, and I have a problem. You see, yeah.
That's.
Oh no, I've had.
Right now.
Oh yeah, no, I've had. Oh, so you know they're fucking nuts. I had I've had two redheads. Yeah, well, one was like the cheating ass. I'm gonna turn into a doctor and marry some square jaw wasp motherfucker down the line. The other one, the other one was a poly kinkster. This chick was 4'10", fucking vegan, for reasons I could not divine. Best fuck of my life. Best sex I ever had.
Absolutely,
but
Canuck.
but
Praise be to redheads.
yeah, but then she ended up leaving me because she wanted to join in some BDSM program with some 56-year-old dude who wanted to put ice cubes in her ass. And it's only so far you can. Yeah, well, I mean that's the sort of thing. Like, you know, like she was one of those ones I learned the term. Like when I coined the term, this bitch was broken like a Soviet sedan. But when we fucked, I blew up like a Japanese jet pilot. So.
Oh man, I feel like we could have a really good conversation about fucking redheads.
I fuck redheads all kinds of different ways. And it's funny too, because here's the thing: when you have the real deal, when you have the actual legitimate like genetic ginger.
Yes,
and,
I know what you mean.
And then you hook up with these chicks who like dye their hair fucking. It is technically red, you know. But you're like, man. The fuck are you trying to look like a stoplight, bitch? Like, what is this shit? And like,
I'll test you. I'll let you know if you're a true redhead.
Yeah, and then they're like, I'm a redhead now. It's like, no, you fucking ain't. No, you ain't. Nope. Listen, your freakouts have been mild by comparison. Your blowjobs are mediocre at best. And let's be honest, you are not nearly as clever or weird as you like to think you are when you look in my bathroom mirror now.
Man. Honestly, I fucking love this conversation because there's not too many redheads in Texas. But in South Texas, I can say I've been with every actual redhead that I've met. And I completely agree with you.
Yeah, you see what's going on there.
Yeah.
But listen, the time has come for me to boot your ass the fuck out of my show.
Oh, wait.
Oh, cool.
Noises.
Yeah, no, there are also belchy boy noises too. I'm also Sleepy Bandit boy tonight, so like this isn't a real show. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad that you did it on a Saturday because on Friday I felt like absolute shit, and I have been wanting to call in recently. Just
I like
never really felt good enough to do it.
Wait a second, hang on. What was that show? Oh, it's that talk show. It wasn't Dr. Phil, but it was another Phil. People used to call in. Anyway, I don't give a fuck anymore. That thought has come and gone. So, what do you want to leave the universe with? What kind of dumb shit do you want to fill people's brains up with? What do you got?
Perfect. I actually have some truly dumb shit to show you. I was showing this to Dina recently, and she recommended that next time I'm on the show, I plug it. So, have you ever heard of Djibouti dubs?
No, I have not heard of that. I
So, you know, like
shudder
those
to think.
old, you know, those old pointless fucking commercials that we used to have on TV.
It's every commercial, yeah.
So,
Well, yeah.
like, it would be weird shit that was absolutely useless, but they would try to shill the shit out of it.
If you have a video, you better link me.
Do you want me to actually send you a link, or do you want me to just tell you Djibouti dubs? Okay, I'll go ahead and do that right now.
Send me a link, because I'm fucking lazy.
All right, I will go ahead and do that. No worries.
Yeah, see? Fucking... That's why, like, you know, this is the worst thing about lesbians. You guys don't know the first thing about planning. That's why none of y'all ever invaded it. That's why none of y'all ever invaded a country.
Hey. Sometimes the fact that we don't know planning is like...
Colin Powell doesn't count, bitch! Colin Powell does not count. I said Colin Powell does not count. I'm going to invade a country without a plan.
I mean, we don't need to invade a country. We have... I don't know what we have, but we have enough to be happy.
There's enough Greek history to go around.
I really wish I understood that reference.
It's just a joke I was working on. Well, we're not working on, just a joke I randomly made recently. It was like, what's the difference between Greek hoplites and Catholic priests? Greek hoplites didn't have to wait until they were put in their care or some shit. It's all about fucking little boys, because, you know, Catholics and Greeks love doing that shit. Anyway.
Well, I don't think lesbians can relate to fucking little boys.
I don't know. I've met some lesbians that look like little boys. You should see my exes.
Yeah, I would definitely be one of them.
Oh, no. I got an ex, her fucking newest fiance, let's say. 40 years old, looks like a 15-year-old boy. He's a Subway sandwich artist. So romantic.
I actually relate to looking like a 15-year-old boy.
Well, that's fine. I mean, you know, you
But
Catholic?
at least I'm a cute 15-year-old boy.
So, you are Catholic.
No. I haven't been molested that much to be Catholic.
It's like nobody. Listen, I've never been fucked by anybody in a uniform that I didn't have to pay ahead of time. So, where's that link? Come on. Oh, you already sent it.
I sent it to you, Nick. God damn it.
Well, I was not paying attention. I was being clever and smoking.
Well, it's not my goddamn fault.
All right, let's see what this bullshit's about. All right. We're going to bring this
I'll
back
talk to
up.
you soon, Nick.
And I'm going to dump you off into the... I love it. Jables gave me this whole room that I could just dump motherfuckers into.
Yes.
Yeah, boom. Booted. Boot room. Boot room is done. Already rolled. Next person up. It's Habib. Habib's here. Hey, Habib.
Hello.
Oh, shit. There he is.
Oh, sorry about that. I was actually on Robin's stream. I just had to poof from there because I was like, oh wait, yeah, I forgot that I was in the waiting room.
Yeah, you're cheating on me. I got it. You're cheating on me. It's fine.
How are you?
What? Oh, I'm all right. Now I got actually, it's a good segue though, because the truth is that
Fuck! No, I hate that stupid clip and its fucking crackers. Aren't you tired of this happening to you?
What?
Banoodle! Sully here with the Banoodle. Check this shit.
all right, this the fucking give me a headache. All right, now we're gonna keep watching.
it out. It's an easy to bend noodle. There we go. And it's going to help you stay
What are we
fatter longer. A bag of plain, tasteless wheat thins. Just roll it up and keep that shit tight, son. Let's see what's under the hood. A deadly razor-sharp wire wrapped in Banoodle technology. It doesn't matter how big or small your package is, the Banoodle can handle it all. Even for all you chocolate lovers out there. Stay fresh to death. You can always make your kids do it for you. After all, they're basically slaves. Use your Banoodle on your baloney or your imagination. Ooh. Fresh foods will keep you nice and tight. Stale foods do this. That's your asshole blowing out. Blowing out your ass can result in anal leakage. Another problem solved by the Banoodle. Put it in the ba-pantry, ba-pack-a ba-lunch, ba-pick ba-nick. Of course you have leftovers. That looks fucking gross. Bulky clips make bulky messes. The Banoodle is ba-awesome. Go on, get your noodle
I
right.
like this.
Banoodle! I just use a bag clip. If you offered me a Banoodle, I'd have to say, fuck you. Banoodle. Oh, reminds me of my ex. Very well.
This looks interesting.
No, I have to actually click away from this though, because to be honest with you, it depresses me. You know why? Because I used to make the best goddamn promos for this show. Back around the time everybody conveniently learned to not give a fuck about the show. And so I put all that effort into 20-minute skits that took 45 minutes to produce from start to finish. And then they just withered in obscurity. Also, I'm gonna start doing weather reports soon. This isn't just me drunkenly saying I'm gonna do something like Little Sniffles. I mean, like for real.
How about you? Maybe I can just like download all of them and just make like a top 10 sort of like promos that you did for the show.
No, that'd be great. No, you can go ahead and do that. I give you permission to do that, babe. I do. And I want to do more promos. Here's the thing, like, and much love to Canuck. Canuck sent me this lapel mic, right? It's an XLR lapel mic, and he did the little dongling himself. Canuck dongled the shit out of this thing himself with his own sweat and his own body. So dongled the shit out of it. It doesn't work. So, I'm still stuck with this motherfucker, and it's like you can only do so many skits with the motherfucker like this. But I'm also like, damn, I need a real camera. I made the mistake of following Izzy Nombre. Love the guy, great guy. But these people just send him shit. Like, send him fucking cameras and shit. Here, have a camera. Fuck, how am I gonna compete with that? I'm not that clever. I'm trying so hard right now, and it's still not working. And it's like, yeah, meanwhile, like, Poisoning the Wells, like, yeah, we got a 4K fucking camera. I can't.
They got a C300 Mark 1. They don't even have the Mark 3 or the Mark 2. Like, come on.
I don't give a... Dude, you could give me a fucking Canon Rebel as long as I can get, like, as long as I can get 1080 out of it and upload shit, I'm fucking happy. Meanwhile, they get a Mark 1, it's a fucking $4,000 camera, whatever the fuck it is. And
$4,000? You think the C300 is $4,000? If you can find it for $4,000, please let me know. That's a fucking deal.
I don't fucking know what that... I try not to pay attention. They just got a drone. They got all this camera equipment shit. They're all professional shit. How many videos them motherfuckers putting out? None. Meanwhile, I just go in front of my green screen and I start, like... Is a sad thing too. I'll make a whole bunch of videos about topics, right? Like things like thought-provoking shit. None of it works. I put Trump in the title. Oh my God, people can't get enough of it. I get 1,000 views, which is still pathetic because I used to get so many more. But those days are gone. It's fine. And I'm like, why the fuck? And then I look at this shit. And this is so fucking beautifully, cheaply done. I love it. I love this skit. And I'm like, I am not this clever. I will never be this clever. I have had an idea for an infomercial for Ancestry.com for fucking a year and a half now. Vernaculous one had to go get his eye fixed. Now I can't even use his wonky ass eye and make him look inbred. How the fuck's that gonna work?
Here's an idea that might work. A lot of people are into apps now. So let's just create an app, but instead of like Tinder, where you get matched with your best sort of like hookup, pretty much, you get hooked up with your perfect grandma. You miss your grandma? Here you go. There's a grandma. You just get to talk to her for like an hour. She'll make
Fucking
you
time.
cookies.
Oh no, fuck that. It's a time travel dating app where they take your hot ass grandma and they pluck her out the past and then they put her on your dick. And then they tell you
No.
after the fact what you did. And then they extort you for money, saying we will let this information out onto the goddamn internet if you have any inkling of not paying us this money. And they're like, you motherfuckers are worse than the IRS. Shit.
I mean, you could just rent babies too. I mean, a lot of people are like, I want to have a baby. I want to be a parent, but I don't have the money or the responsibility or the place to have a baby forever. I want to have it for a weekend.
All right.
So just rent babies to people.
Pump the brakes there, Pope Pius, okay? I was just making a joke about fucking your grandma, and you're like, yeah, we can do it for babies. No, okay? No, we're not doing that. Not happening.
You want to have some money? Come on, man.
Sure. Hey, why the fuck couldn't you stay with Islam? At least then fucking kids is something you can religiously justify. It's like, well, Muhammad did it, right? Oh, fucking
Might as well, you know?
Yeah, flew up to heaven on his winged fucking Harley Davidson while, banging Macaulay Culkin the whole way up in the 90s. I don't know what happened. I haven't studied that shit too closely. All I know is that, yeah, you fucked up with that segue. You fucked that shit right up, Habib. So,
I'm sorry.
no, it's okay. No, listen, I mean, I'll give you a pass. You were on Robin's show before, so it's all right.
Yeah.
Which means, like, yeah, you hang around, and I love Robin, but honestly, like, I have noticed, like, that motherfucker cannot, like, there are not enough points for him to score in the goddamn universe. There just are not. Like, he will never be satisfied with that shit. He can get, like, the ultimate high-scored fucking Tetris and win the lottery, and he'll still need to try and show some fucking person on Twitter that he's got some insight that they don't have yet. Man, just stop. Just stop. Go take some photos and fuck your lady friend. Do that shit. It'll relax you. Turn into a left-wing Sargon.
He's hard to get along with sometimes. Even I have some clashes with him every now and then, but he's one of the old, like, yeah, I met you through his show. Like,
Robin's good people. I'll never say Robin is not good people. But Robin is also good people who can oftentimes be exceptionally difficult to get along with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But let's be honest, you and me, people can say the same about us.
Oh no, well see that's the difference though. That's the difference. I am probably one of the least likable people on the internet. At least in this, like, at least on YouTube. Like, I came to realize, right? Like, after a while, I'm like, all right, so, like, a couple people turn their backs on you or whatever and say you're an asshole. You know what? They could just be assholes themselves. Fuck those people, right? But when everybody does it, when almost everybody does it, at a certain point, you kind of have to, like, sort of wheedle down and needle down and figure out what the common denominator in that is. And when you find out that it's you, well, you just have to accept the fact that maybe you're a bit of a cunt. And I've done that. Which is why I'm smoking in my apartment. Also because my lease expired over a year ago and nobody seems to be aware of it. So. Yeah, that's my magic trick. I realized, you know what? I am the common denominator in people not liking me. It's not that they're all a certain type of person. It's just that I'm really unlikable to a whole lot of different type of people.
Yeah, I'm just like, I kind of realized that I'm mostly not a people person. Like, I can get along with just a few people in my life, but as soon as it gets to like, oh, you have a group of friends of more than 10 people, I'm like, no, I can't have that. I must get rid of like half of those.
Oh, no. With me, it's like, here's the thing. Like, I realize I am a people person. People tend to like me. in short doses, which is why this show format works out so well. You don't have to deal with me for too long. Now,
How does that explain me? Because I've been dealing with you for like 6 years now.
yeah, in short bursts, see? Yeah, you don't actually have to really know me. You just have to, like, we just hang out from time to time. That's how it works out. That's what I noticed. That's why the barfly life, I think, is really that's my sweet spot right there. It's temporary people. And it's funny, too, because so many of them are like, oh, hey, let's be friends on Facebook. Like, a month later, I'll be like, who the fuck? Why am I looking at these pictures? Who the fuck is this person and why do I know them? And then I'll be like, wait a second, I think I got drunk with them one time and admitted that I had a Facebook. I need to stop doing that. A lot more fun when it's just us.
Yeah, I don't really use Facebook, so I haven't really asked you to add me there. I mean, even if we did, like, you wouldn't see me post anyway, because I never use it.
Yeah, no, it's that's the fun of this whole thing. Is I think this is like the beauty and the tragedy to internet culture in general. Is it allows you to make friends that you can stay friends with because they're far away, and they never have to spend more time with you than is necessary.
Oh, come on. But Nick, like, if I ever make it to the US, which, I mean, the clock is ticking. I need to make my way there this year. We're gonna hang out, whether you like it or not. We're gonna hang out.
Oh no, I'm sure. It's just it was funny. For instance, like when Vernaculus comes up, and actually Justin has come to be one of my actually genuinely best friends, and I've lost all my local friends, like all the people I used to hang out with locally here, they're gone, and the more I think about it, it's probably a good thing. But when Vernaculus comes out, like half the time, like it'll just end up we'll just sit in my kitchen and drink scotch, and then just trade stand-up lines from funnier people than us, and that's like so many fucking Norm Macdonald lines get passed back and forth. It makes for a decent time, and then, as good friends should, in New England, he leaves. And then I get drunk on my own. It's fine. It's a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah,
So.
that's like, it's, I mean, I do have a few friends like this in real life too. It's like, yeah, you get to see them in small doses. I mean, I got to hang out with a couple of them this New Year's Eve. You share a drink, and then you go, like, you just bugger off. I'll see you probably in 6 months or so.
Exactly.
Like that
yeah.
half an hour and pretend that we're still friends.
No, and that's the beautiful thing about the internet in general, right? Is that we come to find out that this thing which brings us all together in such a brilliant and wonderful way, at the same time also ensures that we'll never actually really adapt to having healthy relationships. It's a fine thing. It's all right. We can all be happy with it.
No, I mean, sometimes I see what you mean, but like the past week, like I had a period where I was literally freaking out, like when the whole altercation between Iran and the US was happening, and there were missiles like being flown into Baghdad, and I got literal flashbacks of the Desert Storm, and I was like, oh God, this is happening. And they were mentioning my own city, Dubai, as a target, and then the Saudi oil fields were on high alert, where a lot of my friends in Saudi work. I felt isolated. Like, most of my friends are still in Saudi. My real life friends in Dubai, most of them are away for the holidays. They're not even back yet. And my online friends were fighting amongst each other because they're whitewashing Iran as this paragon of goodness because they fought ISIS at some point. And they're like, well, vote Bernie Sanders because...
You know who else fought? You know who else fought ISIS? The Kurds!
Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda fought ISIS.
Al-Qaeda. Yeah. No, thing you got to remember is that, like, what's that? It's like it's got to be an Islamic psalm at this point or something. Like, God created war to teach Americans geography. Well, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the sad thing about it, like the whole commentator sort of sphere on YouTube. You have either the warmongers that go like, "Well, let's just show them what we got," as if that ever worked. And you have the
I,
others
for
who are.
one, dude, I was on the edge of my seat wondering what Steven Crowder's take on the geopolitical situation in the Middle East and Persia would be. Because that's, here's the thing. You know what? I've actually come to abandon, I've completely abandoned, for the most part, with a few exceptions, online commentators in terms of, like, what their perspectives bring me in terms of, like, intellectual worthiness. So, like, Bo of the Fifth Column, I like the guy. He's got some good takes and shit. He's got some, and he's open to, like, being wrong. I like that. But, these days we've got here in the West, here in the U.S., we've got a left which is following Kyle Kalinske, who is confused by the shapes of farmland when seen from the air, versus the other side, which looks to people like Diamond and Silk. No, I'm sorry. Your fucking intellectual heroes are fucking stupid people. They tell you things that jive with what you like to hear, alright? And then you say, these are the people we need to be listening to.
I'm not even a fan of Kyle. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a fan of Kyle. I think his takes are mostly
Kyle's retarded.
Poor, childish, and kind of superficial. I'm talking like people that I used to respect: Sam Cedar, Bill, Michael Brooks, Ben Burgess. To a degree, I would say David Bachman, even though he has some weird takes about South America that I just
Have
makes
you
me
ever
go like,
Well, here's the thing. Have you ever, like, undercooked toast and then not put butter on it and eaten it?
Yeah.
That's David Bachman in a nutshell.
Bachman is. I use Bachman as like a news feed. Like I would read his like sort of title of his videos. And I'm like, oh, so that thing happened. I would never click because his takes are kind of like, eh.
Yeah. No. Exactly. No. Ben, listen. I'm not saying Pac-Man is bread. I'm saying Pac-Man is warm, slightly dry bread. It's like it's almost toasted, but not quite. But your eggs are done, and you're going to pop them out. So you pop the toast out, and you're like, this will be fine. And then if you soak it up in enough yolk, you feel like you got real toast, but you know that you're just eating bread. That's David Bachman.
Let me tell you something that I've seen none of the Western media cover, not the right or the left or anywhere else. You know how after the attacks, by the way, I hear myself back. Is there something in your audio?
I pulled my headphones off a little bit.
All right. So yeah, the parliament in Iraq was like they issued the ultimatum, like, yeah, the Americans get out of here. They issued a bill, they signed it, they agreed on it. By the way, you know how when Americans go to South America and just topple a regime or change a few positions and they're all of a sudden in control of the government? That's exactly what Iran did to the parliament in Iraq. Those parliament members are all puppets of Iran.
Well, here's a fun thing. I was actually thinking of producing a video where I asked questions like, hey guys, so imagine that some, like, military intelligence type of person working on behalf of a country with very, very specific aims decided to, like, fund and raise militias so that they could fight, whoever the fuck they were pointed at. And at the same time, too, tried to install government officials that would be, pliable to this particular client, to the operative's nation's desires. That all sounded really fucked up, right? Okay, well, I was just describing Soleimani. So y'all can, like, say, fuck yeah, I was right for thinking that guy sounds like a scumbag. But guess who the fuck else has been doing that for fucking 100 years now? Oh, shit. It's almost like we're all doing the same thing, and statecraft is dirty, dirty business.
I mean, when you compare like the way imperialist nations try to overtake different countries with influence, the Iranians do it in a different way. I mean, yeah, you guys just like maybe you share some commonalities when it comes to funding militias and trying to topple different politicians here and there, taking control of different seats. But the Iranians mastered the art of how to conquer the mosque, how to conquer the hearts of and minds of all theologically aligned
It's
people.
almost like, hang on, follow me on this one. I know this is
Yeah.
going to be a bit of a stretch, but it's almost like people who've spent thousands of years sharing a border with another series of nations with a similar cultural ethos are better at manipulating those countries than the people who think that saying build a wall and lock her up equates to a genuine political ethos. Wow!
Course,
Holy fuck,
course.
dude! My mind is blown. My little American mind is blown. To think that there was time and politics that existed before Ben Franklin fucked a French prostitute is amazing. God damn. Habib,
Yeah.
you gotta stay
Yes.
off the internet. You're gonna poison Western minds, dude. Like,
Oh,
honestly,
I'm poisoning everybody.
dude, at this point, like, at the rate we're going now, when Sargon of Akkad finds out that Sargon of Akkad was a real guy, oh man, that's gonna be some fucking nightmare shit right there. It's gonna be some serious chaos on the internet.
I wonder what his hot take on the Middle East is now.
They just need freedom of speech and capitalism, dude. That's all they need. Clearly.
Yeah, yeah. You know, the hard pill to swallow is gonna be to convince all the war hawks and on the left and the right, especially in America, that the best way forward is actually gonna be using force in the Middle East, but the end goal has to be diplomacy, forcing all these different factions
You,
from
you
Israel
do
to
you
Iran
do you
to
want?
Saudi Arabia to come together and talk.
Yeah, well, you want to know? Here's the thing. You want to know? Like, here's the sad thing. I really, really want to see a poll on this, but if you were to ask your average American whether or not an Iranian was an Arab, to them Persia is just a thing from the movie The 300. I mean,
I mean, even like our old mutual friend, Kraut, he was on a Twitter sort of like tirade, I think a few months ago, when the Turks were attacking the Kurds on northern Iraq. And I have followed him for a while, but I just saw that tweet just pop up because other people retweeted it or liked it enough for it to pop up on my feed. And he was saying that, oh yeah, look at all those Arabs, they're all racist. And he was pointing at a Turk. And I'm like, well, first of all, should I reply? Because it's just so many layers of stupid. First
well, see,
pointing at the Turk and calling them an Arab, and then listen
well,
to the term, all Arabs are
let's
racist.
let's actually let's roll it back a little bit more though to that earlier point that I made though, because honestly, like in my mind, Kraut T is no different than Steven Crowder. Like Kraut is a wannabe intellectual who got social media fame that made his head grow to be 10 times the size that it was already. Kraut is a fucking moron. Kraut is a simpleton dipshit who thinks he's smart because Americans find his accent very intriguing. And he's proven time and time again also that like he can be retarded, put his little fucking retarded little operations into effect, thinking, just like Sargon, that he's some kind of revolutionary who's going to change the fucking world with his YouTube channel. And he can fuck up the world for a whole bunch of other people who are, in my case, you know what? I'm not above bragging. I'm a smart motherfucker. I know a lot of shit, and when I don't know shit, I say I don't know shit. And that's the big difference between me and the rest of these cunts. But Kraut runs around thinking he's a goddamn genius and he's gonna lead a fucking army of this or that kind online because he's like read a couple books. Yeah, fuck that kid and fuck everything he thinks he's gonna handle. Kraut needs to, I mean, I'm not gonna say kill himself, but fuck that kid. I wouldn't fucking lose any sleep. My point being, this is the thing. This is where our media environment is now. This is where our political media environment is now. People like Kraut and Sargon are looked at by a lot of people as though they're really fucking intelligent people who know what they're talking about. Then meanwhile, you've got Steven Crowder, you've got Kyle Kalinske, you've got Diamond and Silk. I am perfectly okay with global cataclysm at this point. If we survive it, it'll be because the smart people actually were listened to and shit managed to survive. If we don't, this is a big-ass universe we live in. And very little, if any of it, gives a fuck about us. There's no point. There is no point in thinking that, like, the universe in general gives a fuck about us or our bullshit. We can kill ourselves with toxic fucking carbon emissions. We can burn ourselves. We can burn this planet to its fucking cinder. The universe will not fucking care. That being the case, fuck it. You know what? If our intellectual thought leaders are going to be a bunch of dipshit YouTubers who think that they're geniuses because they read 2 books, fuck it. Let it. Yeah, fun. Bring it on. Fucking bring it on. I don't give a shit. I really don't. This is the one thing on the face of this earth I give a shit, and that's that's Quinn. And the nice thing is that she will, even if she lives to good old age, be dead before anything really, really ends. So my daughter will not have to see the end of anything. As long as that's the case and she's okay in the meantime, fuck it. Let's have a griftocracy. Let's fucking let's seriously fucking do this shit. Let's let a conservative movement that actually believes that charlatans like Candace fucking Owens are worth listening to battle against a left which is like, you know, it's floundering as every, you know, YouTuber who knows somebody with gender dysphoria is suddenly a fucking expert on how everyone else should talk. Let that be the fucking game plan. Let that be the fucking board. Let that be the game we fucking play. Let it fucking happen. I don't fucking care. Because it really doesn't matter. It really, fundamentally, none of what any of these retards are talking about are ever going to make a difference. I mean, the free speech, wonderful, fucking super crazy important thing, and it ends up getting carried on by a bunch of guys who just think, like, dropping N-bombs is something that they should be allowed to do. Oh, I'm going to be a racist shitbag in public, but I got my free speech. So that's what the free speech argument is now. Oh no, there's a lot more to it. There's, you know, the genuine importance to the ability to actually speak truth to power and to speak openly about whatever you want in a way. Oh, but no, now it's basically it's completely dominated by these you know, monosyllabic shit fucks.
Yeah,
what's the fucking
it's
point?
kind of like seeping into the comedy world too. Like I remember when Dave Chappelle did his stand up. Like even like I walk around in very very lefty circles that even I just go like, ah, what's going on here? This is weird. Like yeah, I know commies like and comms in my circles that I talk to like every now and then, and none of them were like not even a single one of them was like this shouldn't be aired. This should not be on Netflix. They were cringing because yeah, the attack helicopter jokes are kind of tired at this point.
Well, it's
And
like, well, Bill,
people turn that
yeah,
around to like a freedom of speech thing. Like no one is saying that he
well,
shouldn't say it.
well, no,
It's just
well, I mean,
cringe.
that was kind of thing though. Is like, I mean, it was funny because like I thought, I think I cannot point to a single Chappelle special that I will not say is fucking brilliant. Like Dave Chappelle is goddamn brilliant comic every fucking time he stands up. But I watched like Bill Burr's recent special, Paper Tiger, right?
I haven't watched it yet. Is it good?
And no, I mean a lot of people like it. To me though, it's like I'll give you this: you will be bored by it because it's jokes about the same shit that you've heard about for years, and Burr is bringing it in that way, which is, you know, it's almost like he just heard of it or he just got to understand the lingo behind it.
Mm.
Yeah, and this is and I don't mean to shit talk Bill Burr because Bill Burr is a brilliant comic, but like his last special is like, can you believe how fucking offended all these people are? It's like, oh shit, I made all of these jokes in 2015, Bill.
Yeah,
Like,
they're old. They're cringy. They're just like yeah. I
well,
mean, it's
that's an on me thing though. This is the thing I realized though. This is an on me thing because here's the funny thing. I remember when like batshit crazy feminist social justice types were starting to crop up online, and I would talk to people when I was still like working in campaigns sometimes then, and I'd tell people about this shit, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's just weirdo, crazy internet shit," right?
mm.
Then it filtered out, and then it got out into the real world, and all of the shit. And it was the same thing with the alt right, like these like the dipshit, fucking racist fuckbags. We'd see the shit, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's just fringe weirdo online shit." Then it trickled out. And all of this shit, and this is the thing, you can look at like, this is the sad thing is when you look at dumb shit, cringy fucking internet culture, that's about 3 or 4 months away from creeping out into the real world.
Oh, I understand that. I understand that perfectly. That's why, like, in some of the circles I'm in, they're all like, let's just cancel, Rick Gervais. He's no longer funny. I'm like, no, he's still funny. The man is funny. He's a brilliant comic. But yeah, he gets cringy sometimes. I can understand that. Like,
Well,
these
that's the
two
thing.
things are not mutually exclusive.
That's why I like Chappelle though. Like like one of his when he got his Mark Twain award, right? Had a whole thing about just not for you. That's just not for you. Now that I can understand. Like even with Bill Burr, like his special, it did really well. People loved it in general. And I realized like the reason I didn't really get into it is because like when you're talking about like crazy blue-haired feminists, right? To me, that shit is old. To most people, never heard about it before. And it's funny because, like, I've been trying to record videos recently about, like, elections and shit. And it's funny because, like, every so often you have to actually take stock and realize the shit you hear and see on the internet is not reflective of what the average fucking person is really like. In the same way that we hear like these fringes, these like super nativist naturalist right wings versus these like international commie fucking lefties, right? Like that shit is not reflective of the real world. Those are pockets of really fucking loud people who insist on setting the dialogue, and then everybody else has to follow along because all of a sudden the people reporting on shit. And this is where it comes back to like old media versus new media. Yeah, we say old media is shit because they just report on this bullshit. But then what does new media do? What does new media give us? What do we get? Tim fucking Pool. Oh, Civil War
dear.
3.
Yeah.
Civil War 3 is coming around. Civil War 3 is coming around. I'm really intelligent though. I worked for Vice. I'm a lefty. I'm a liberal. Fuck yourself, Tim. Honestly, Tim, take that beanie, wrap it around a fucking cucumber and stick it up your fucking ass. You are so full of shit, and everything you bitch about gets worse because of your position and the way you talk about it. I'm a dickhead. No one's supposed to fucking like me. And that's fine. But if I can call you out this fucking harshly about it, it's got to say something, because the new media is doing the same shit the old media did, just in a different fucking way. And because people want to feel like they're bucking a trend and getting off the fucking caravan, they go right for it. It's pathetic. Listen, motherfucker. All right, listen. I've been at this 2.5 hours. I'm going to have to let you have the last word. Dump your ass out. I'm going to bring like 2 more people in at the same time. And then I'm going to get the fuck off here because, like, I am way past my bedtime right now.
Just go to bed then.
I got a goddamn show to do. I went to bed last night and I missed my show. This is what I do.
All right, fine. Last word. I don't know. Let's see. What am I gonna say? Like, I don't know. My last word is buy Nick's book and subscribe to his channel and do Patreon stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna shill for Nick now. Yeah, buy his book. I'm done.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, apparently. Let's see. Bill Burr's last special belonged 2 years ago. If you view it through eyes of not being in the internet from 20... No, that's what I'm saying, Jables. Oh, hang on, sorry. And let's see. You still there, Ben? Shit controlled when I click the button. Click Ben, but he's a mod. That won't work. Wait, what happened? Why are we trying to... What the fuck is happening here? Alright, Larry. Larry, explain what the fuck's happening. I am so horribly confused. Habib, I'm gonna drop you in the boot room.
All right, see you later.
Mahalo, my dude. Alright, so... let's see, first one's 5. Alright, well... What's happening, Iron Fronger?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, Iron
hang on.
Sorry,
Iron
I know a
Front.
dude. Yeah, I know a dude who goes by Iron Finger, so I'm like, oh shit, is Iron Finger here? Nope, it's
No,
Iron
sorry,
Front.
Sorry to disappoint.
No, it's alright. It's alright. I'm used to disappointment.
No, good, me too.
Well, that's why we're here on together on Twitch on Discord on a Saturday night. Let's see.
Yeah. That's why I'm stuck in a hotel in Billings, Montana, because of disappointments.
Billings, Montana. Jables, by the way, you actually did win that role. So.
Oh.
Why? Are you,
Okay.
yeah. Why are you in Billings, Montana?
I'm an over-the-road truck driver out of South Dakota, and I was on a run to Seattle. And just outside Billings, my truck decided, oh hey, my entire emission system is just gonna go to shit, and I'm gonna derate to 5 miles an hour.
So you're really looking forward to that
Um,
continental breakfast.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited for that. I'm also happy to find out that the only kind of malt liquor you can get in Montana is only up to 8%. You can't get 14% or 16. So it's
well, you can if you know where to look.
yeah, but I don't like going to the kind of places. Well, like, you know, Nick, how you talk about how
You're
has like.
well, you're outside of Billings, right?
Well, I'm in Billings.
You're
I'm
in
not
Billings. All right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say where I'm at exactly for obvious reasons.
Oh
but...
no, that's fair. I'm just contexting people.
Well, it's like I was looking up reviews for motels, and cause like where my truck's getting fixed at, there's two there's two Motel Sixes across the street from each other, and both of them have reviews on Google that say,
That's-
"Yeah, I was scared to be there because people were fighting outside my door overnights." And I'm like, okay, I'm not going there.
I still remember. I can't remember
Yeah.
the name of the hotel. It was the first hotel I ever stayed in Philly. Actually, it was right by the airport. And now typically when we were with the union, like we'd book like hotel rooms that were really really nice. I checked into this one place and it was funny because like, yeah, there was fuckers were fighting in the hallway. Heard that a couple times. This was 2011, and it's got one of these like box TVs that looks like a microwave, you know, like the little shitty motel TVs. One of the speakers is busted out. There's baggies on my floor in the room, and then I'm finding chicken wing bones in the hallway. Everyone was like,
that's pretty nasty.
well, it's funny because I don't give a fuck. Like, I do not. I mean, like, yeah, I like to stay in a nice place if I can. But when I'm in a shitty fucking environment that continues giving me evidence as to what its nature really is, I can't get away from it. Everyone's like, oh, you need to move, fucking get in Marriott, go to the fucking extended stay suites, man. It'd be great. No, I want to stay here another week. Why? I don't know. I just want to see what happens. It's great like that. Yeah. Days in, same shit right there. You know what? In fact,
That's actually exactly how I ended up being homeless in Portland.
you should encourage. Yeah, I was gonna say to Ironfront, you should encourage dinner theater in your hotel. By when you're walking around, when you see somebody checking into room 9, right? You just walk by and be like, yo, people from like room 7 was looking at you kind of funny. I heard them say something like, I swear to Christ, I don't know what it was, but it was pretty racist, whatever they said. You just gotta
Oh, jeez.
go for it. Go for that. Nah. Be like,
the people I hit up are they may or may not be racist. I'm not gonna make allegations here on a live stream, but they seem to be willing to hit you up. Potentially, seeing more details. We'll do that off air.
Nick, you just gave me a really horrible idea because actually the hotel I'm at is kind of it's actually a pretty nice hotel. It's because the shop that my truck's being worked on, they got like a special deal with them that the room is like half the price as it usually is. So I'm like,
you
yeah,
understand,
I'll
like,
fucking do it.
you understand you're describing like the opening to a fucking horror movie at this point.
Oh
Like,
yeah, totally.
I'm OTR. Don't know where I am. I've never been here, and truck breaks down randomly.
Oh jeez, I got a story from when I first started driving, and I was at the okay, so you know how Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, just has a fuck ton of truck stops around it.
I do.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, I actually do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 7 or 8 truck stops, and they're all fucking gigantic. But every night they completely fill up, so people just start piling in and parking where they're not supposed to park. And nobody can stop them because there's so many goddamn trucks there. It's like, how the hell are you gonna stop them from parking in places? It's like, so I end up getting to one of them like really fucking late at nights, and I'm like trying to squeeze into a parking spot, and I managed to get in, and this lot lizard who's actually, because I was like 21 or something, and this lot lizard who was like like 18 or 19 probably. Lot Lizard, by the way, for people who don't know, is a hooker who hangs out around truck stops.
Also known as
And
Liz Reptile.
yeah.
Oh, Liz Reptile. Oh, Jesus fuck.
So I ended up you know, she approaches me, you know, and uh, offers to give me company. I'm like, no, go away, go away. I just fuck off. And then I go back into the sleeper because I'm fucking tired. And at some point in the night, and this is totally my fault, I left the door unlocked. And in the middle of the night, I wake up
No,
to the door.
stop. You're in a shitty fucking motel and you left the door unlocked?
No, this was in the truck stop in Harrisburg, PA. And I was in the
And left
back
the
of
door unlocked. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, I was fucking stupid. I was fucking. I've done a lot of dumb
Fixing to
shit.
get raped, ain't you? Fixing to get raped, didn't you?
No, what ended up happening
No, I
is
understand. I
the
understand.
door
It's fine.
opens, and I hear this woman screaming into my truck, like screaming the name of some girl. It started with a J, I think like Jenny or Jennifer. And I freak out, and the seats inside the truck, they've got all these little things where you can adjust it and everything. And one thing I do is when I stop driving, I pull a crank so the seat can kind of recline back and forth and kind of freely move back and forth, so that way it's easier to move around and in the back and everything. I left it like that, and I just instinctually I go and I kick the seat, and it hits her straight in the face, and she falls out of my truck screaming. And I just slam the door and lock it. And I just like go back in my truck and just like try to go back to sleep. And
Got
I have no
real
idea what the
close.
fuck was going on.
You were so
The
close
only
to
thing-
falling in love.
The only thing I think could happen was like, I think her friend got like kidnapped or something, or was like something happened. I eventually got to sleep. Woke up the next day, and I was asking people about it in the truck stop, and nobody knew what the fuck I was talking about. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Oh, and that's when you learned. Yeah, that's when you learned. You never discuss it. None of it ever happened.
And that's why I don't go to the Northeast anymore. Yes, I do consider Pennsylvania the Northeast.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're in Arizona, I could see that looking like it is northeast. It is true.
I think it's
Well,
like the furthest.
Well, that's where you learned people don't talk shit. It's
Exactly.
Irons in Arizona.
people keep secrets. Secrets are fine, I guess.
Yeah, that was like 15 years ago. That was a long ass fucking time ago.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, since then, the kidnapped hooker bitches have been on a steady decline. The state is the state employs hunters. They bag and skin them, and
the whole trucking.
Iron Fist is a vampire, so he's just been draining blood. That's okay.
The whole
however
like
it works out.
the whole hellacious set slash romantic ideal of like the truck driver, depending on your viewpoint, is pretty much gone. Like that whole like 10-4, good buddy, blah blah blah. You know, lot lizards doing speed, driving 36 hours at a time. That's all gone.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
all
these days they just crash into shit in Pennsylvania and kill tour buses full of kids. That's what they do. We get points. Our families are. There's no real like. Basically, like they say, plan for the future. So if you can kill enough orphans on a tour bus in Pennsylvania, they give you free headstones for all your own family. It's great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, yeah. There's insurance and shit. Well.
well, and that's how I
Iron
learned to
Fist
lock
or
my.
whatever- What? Iron
Iron-
Fist or whatever the fuck your name is, because
You
I
can call
can't
me where the fuck.
really see it. It's all right, faggot.
Cool.
Call him
My question
Jacob.
is, whether don't do that. Whether there's a kid or adult that's doing the like honk the horn hand sign, do you honk the horn?
It depends where. If it's like out in the middle of like, if it's just out on the road, probably. If it's in the middle of a city or in traffic, absolutely not. Because
those city children, they need to learn disappointment is part of life. You're not
yeah,
gonna
it's
get what
their
you ask for.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
their fault.
you-
It's
you-
their fault they were
you-
born in a city.
Have you ever gone West Coast?
I do West Coast all
I
the time.
appreciate.
Have you ever gone LA to Vegas?
Oh yeah. Oh, that stretch to 15.
That's
I-
code for have you
so
ever
you've
done
stopped off
butt
in
stuff?
I hate that stretch of highway. I fucking hate it so much, especially on Fridays and Sundays.
Have you ever been to Prim,
yeah.
Nevada?
Prim? Yeah, I've been to Prim.
I used to live there before I moved back to Phoenix.
Wait, people live in Prim?
Yeah, it's a company.
It's like two
Yeah,
giant casinos, and that's
Wait, there's
it.
hang on, there's
Three,
humans.
get it right.
Okay,
Humans,
three.
humans sleep, eat, and fuck there? Really? What?
Yes.
Wow.
Sometimes allegedly they're black neighbor.
Well,
I was actually kind of surprised that when I played Fallout
Oh,
New Vegas,
God.
they had a simulacrum of Prim in there.
Yeah, it's
Well-
the first time you visit.
Yeah.
It's
Fellas-
the only way most
Fel-
people actually know that name.
fellas,
Yeah.
I am actually going. I'm going back to sleep. The sleepy bandit has arrived once again. I'm gonna give each of you in turn when I say Jables. Come on, you gotta follow the fucking program here. Each of you gets a last fucking thing to say response. Last person in here was Trout. Ben, speak.
Started...
That was great, Ben. Okay, so
Okay, awesome.
no, what do you got? What do you got? What do you want to leave us with?
I just completed week 1 of 16 for medical school.
Well,
Cool.
now, yeah, that's that.
it.
You're a doctor. I won't. You're a doctor. I'm not gonna fuck. I'm gonna
No,
keep that to
medical.
I'm gonna keep
technically.
that to 1.
Or is
Oh,
it
medical technically. So,
Yeah.
dude, well, I hope like after you become an EMT, you also become a homeopath, just so you can actually give us. So you can give us real world
Jeff.
tests, just real world tests. And I'll be like, well, this motherfucker had a broken neck, and I gave him a tiny drop of garlic oil, and he fucking died. So garlic oil doesn't work on this. We'll catch you
this
next
fucker
week.
got
Well,
stabbed. Here's a mega-
Nick. Let's be honest. I'm a doctor.
Of
So-
divinity?
I'm just gonna like throw you in the boot room with like that being your
I-
last
I-
statement,
I
and I'll
am
be
a
like,
doctor,
Jable says he's a doctor.
I have a doctorate in divinity, and I also have a doctorate in metaphysics.
Whoa! Holy shit! I have a doctorate in salt water. Doesn't mean shit. Jables, congratulations. But it wasn't your fucking turn. But now it can be your turn.
I'm sorry.
So, everybody, if you need
That's fucking bad.
if you need a doctor, Jables is technically a doctor, and if you need a PCP, for your Medicaid plan, he's available. Doesn't do home visits. Not allowed to.
No, I do home visits. I'm very lonely. So
Yeah, he does-
yeah,
He does
Invite
home
me-
visits.
Invite me into your house.
Yeah, tends to do them late at night with a number of friends, all in ski masks. Wants all your shit. It's called a home invasion, but it's also kind of visit because like he's visiting with you. You know, beggars can't be choosers. In this day of social media and social malaise, you know, any kind of social contact you get is worthwhile, even if it's a home invasion. So don't look a gift
Hey, if you don't
robber in the mouth.
If you don't have friends, I'll be yours.
Exactly.
It is a home visit.
Yeah, it's straight up home visit. Yeah, it's like, it's like, do you make house calls? Well, I don't know what you got in your house. You know? So, it's good shit.
It's a surprise friend.
Iron Finger, have you fingered any iron lads or ladies at pilot stations recently?
No.
Goddamn pilot stations, get on your goddamn job. fucking overhead lighting makes everyone look less than sexy. And you know, we got. Honestly, I am of an opinion. I think over the hill Denny's waitresses banging truckers as a cliche is important because motherfucker, you out there a long ass time just to bring a huge haul of Q-tips to a bunch of people who don't even clean their fucking ears on the other side of the country. Least you can get is goddamn blowjob. Wow. All right. Well,
nice. Thanks.
Exactly. No, that spoke for you. That's right. I want the union of concerned Denny's waitresses to start you know what, bitches, you got to pop them teeth out, give them a bit of gummer. No one's going to complain because they're never going to brag about it. It's fine. Let it go. No one's impressed by you, and they're not trying to be. See? This has been.
I'm a licensed masseuse, and I'll go down on you, man or woman.
Exactly. And if you're a trucker in the northwestern region, and you want like a good massage and a bit of sucky there, Jabel's got nothing else to do. Literally nothing else to do. He will blow you until you get. He will blow you to your destination. He will be like the winds of fate, except. You don't have sails. All you got is genitals. It'll be great. So,
Jables,
you just let me snowball with you.
Jables,
exactly.
You just remind me of another story I have from Portland, Oregon.
Well, you know what? That's a fucking perfect. Hang on. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
That is not you, but both you, everyone. That is a perfect place to end this show. I'm going to end this show, leave these guys in Discord to talk about how, maybe they can arrange the human smuggling thing to where long-haul truckers who have to go up to Portland area end up getting their dicks worked over by people who may or may not be getting paid. So, I hope you've enjoyed this show. I'm sorry I missed it. I'm sorry I cheated on you guys. Honestly, I'm cheating on you with my favorite girlfriend. That's called sleep. I love sleep. Because it allows me to, not move around too much. I get to stay in the same place. I get to close my eyes and not listen to any dumb shit. And I get to not do anything, which is my favorite thing to do. Ironically enough, because it's not doing anything. I love sleep.
Sleep is like getting drunk and forgetting about all your pains without the hangover.
Exactly. Sleep is great because, for 1/3 of your life, if you're doing your life right, you don't need to deal with the people who make the other 2/3 a fucking nightmare. So,
exactly.
I'm going to say, with that being the case, I love you all. Thank you for stopping in. Oh, hang on. I'm going to play us out because Larry Kubiak gave me $50. So, that's how it works. You give me money and I do stuff. It's a lot like, that's
a lot like how the job economy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see him over there. Man, this is for the train camp. Hey, all right, we gotta clear the table.
It's just the slap wrist fucking bracelets 2.0.
Jesus fucking Christ. I don't even know what the fuck happened to that.
Yeah.
But anyway, good night, motherfuckers. I'm gonna play out. By the way, Crab90, sex is overrated because people suck. I'll take masturbation over the tedium of human relationships any day. Fuck people. Here's $1. That's $1 donation for certain. Larry Kubiak playing us all out. I'll see you guys all on Monday. I promise. I will.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Wait. There's one thing coming towards us.
Jables Boogly gave me fucking $10 to say I hate myself too. Now, whether or not he's trying to tell us that he hates himself, or getting me to say the obvious of myself, either which way, we all know where the fuck we at, more or less.
There we go.
For the most part. Anyway, where's this motherfucker at?
Good night, everybody. Go check out Let's Just Saints Discord.
Oh yeah, check out that show. Those guys can go up to an extra hour sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody else didn't make it when they had to. Oh, fuck this up already.
Well, we're good friends, so it's just us shooting the shit. So it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, we can do that.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
All right.
Take water, drink some shit, homie.
Check it out.
We're finna do this shit right here. This is called Do It Like I'm Used to It. Hey, my name is Roy Rock. You know what I'm saying? This is my homeboy
What the fuck is?
This is Chronic Fire, of course. We from Pomona, and we finna drop this old dope shit like this right here. This is called Do It Like I'm Used to It. Yeah. And it's on in Creensack. And just check out the steez out, and we up in here. Check it out. You know, nigga. Gotta do it like I'm used to it, bitch. Yes. Dog. Gotta do it like I'm used to it, bitch. Let the music bow on through the channels in your brain as your eardrums twitch. This boogie from the fire swing. I'm mellow ghetto please. Brings a nigga to his feet. Sunshine, blue skies, chronic and hoes on the street. I tiptoe to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. Looked in the mirror, seen a G. Then he merged up the duck to a pancake foe. So I can go knock a hoe like a pro. And I tiptoe and top cat liquor store to buy some drink and zigzags for this thing. The very same blind, no begging for change. Getting drunk, telling lies, it's the same old thing. Now I'm rolling down in the lane by the curb, pushing false gate, champagne, whoopers with reverb. See my homie, little man, loco wide, crazy D, Lil Shamu from Sintown, Doogie Reagan, OG down. As I take you face to face to a place that takes the place, I'm going place to place. I really like that, cause there will never be a place like home. I hope some dope, a place to go with a photo roll. With fingertips like Picasso, I gently hit the switch, I quick and spitting finger, lick a chicken taco. Observing these good rest, predicting who I'll win, who I'll win, who I'll sing to the straw and plug a aim. We slip tiptoe slide to the parking lot, followed by D's, led by D's, that you're eating to the sky. I analyze the street as I block game and drama. To baby said, who's standing on my corner? Bitch, that's my baby's mama. From Maine to Spain, Nebraska to Alaska. Bitch, you better ask somebody who's the hoe's master. Bitch, they call him sugar free. I thought you knew it. I just do it like I'm used to it. Not like this. Gotta do it like I'm used to it. Bitch. Check it out. Dog.